Rubbing your Aries Ola?
Maybe.
Maybe. Good evening,
Finally
everybody.
here. It's finally here.
That's awesome. You haven't sneaked a peek yet?
It is still taped up. I've been wanting
Nice.
to. It's taped.
Marco! Ground fog. Double
It's in there
D.
now.
The Night's Edge. Hey, Said Stevie. Well, good night. Nice. You found it? Oh, that's right. You did find it earlier.
Unknown is here right now.
Ooh, 4:30 comes early. It's all good. Appreciate you at least stopping by to say hi, Kathleen, if you end up watching this. Yep, that's what I said. Mockpox, hello. New member! Welcome to the cult, Mark. Please don the robes of the PNW. Yes. Be Shady. Hey, Be Shady. I'm going to be down in the Eugene area in July. I'll have to hit you up. We're lacking music, people.
I'll get the music. Shane, I'm about to open an American-made explain.
Did you send the link out to anybody?
No.
There's no going back. Oh, you signed the oath, Mark. It's too late. Drizzy, a member for 11 months. And your life has never been better. Hello, Scott. Unknown. I have your package to open, Unknown. Good evening, sirs. Or madams.
True.
Sup, Chef Rocky? Squash got. A gentleman never chokes. Demon Uncle Lurkin, what up, brother? If I were an animal, I'd be a tasseled Walbergong.
Yeah, what is that?
Gong? I don't know, but I'd be one.
Tasseled Wabagon.
Terry.
Marcel. You know what? You don't like Olay, Marcel,
Nice.
but I will say this Arkfeld is one of my favorites.
If it was USB-C, I would probably EDC it more. Instead, it's just a light that I have.
But I like that I can just switch to UV on the fly. That's how I found the scorpions down in Tucson.
What up, Junior Miss? I know. All right.
I saw ant. I still haven't found. I don't know where my giant humorous is, but
Troy the tree stabber.
we got the mini humorous right here.
Troy, I had to reach out to Spartan. I got just a generic one in right now, but one of the body screws on my Harsey folder managed to back its way out and got lost forever. So Spartan's sending me all new hardware. Jesse, good evening to you, sir.
It's true, Terry.
Are these two really worth sleep? No, but you can at least have us on in the background while you're making some grilled cheese, Danny.
Oh yeah, he makes them at night.
Yo, where are you getting those cheese, Danny? I'm making them at night. I'm not making them at night, Dad. It's official, Crispy. Get in, loser. We are. Yeah, we typically like to have a little something in the background.
Junior Miz, I can get down with that. I've been checking for the Northern Lights. They said we might be able to see it way down here.
I don't know. Pickled hot dogs. Why?
I've seen people take big pickles, hollow them out, and cram a hot dog into it. Put it in batter, deep fry it. Oh, sounds so good.
Steve, likely next time is when I will move back to being outside. But this house is under siege right now, and I'm basically banished to this little office of mine right now anyway. So I'm even abandoning ship and staying in a hotel tomorrow night.
Abandoned ship.
What's up, Gons? Gons, guess what? I thought I was out, but going through a box that I had on my workbench, I found a pack of Rick and Morty's nerd ropes.
Oh.
And I'm bringing them I'm saving it for Blade. I found your soul. The best snack money can buy. Did you click the link?
I did.
What's up, Pitt?
You know, if Unknown says they saw you, there's a good chance that they saw you.
There's always something cryptic.
Always.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I saw you found my soul. I'd have to go back and see. They're always paying attention.
They are. I'm not. They did a drop today. I missed it. I had no idea.
Oh shit, dude! See, I'm not
Yeah.
around as much as I was. I keep missing it. That's awesome. Demonox been sending me some of his art as of late.
Oh,
his
heck yeah.
doodles, and it's wicked.
Demonox has awesome art.
Love it. You're in New York, Demonox?
No, it says he's in
No, my God, to see them. That could be either.
his wife, daughter.
Cinco de Chito.
What up, Marty?
Yep, stream from the strip club.
They brought back the potato.
We don't get cicadas up here. But Mastronza Blades, Lee, is in North Carolina, and he's been posting pictures. Like, his backyard is already infested with cicadas. Man, gone still to this date. Anything it's the most ridiculous. Ask Shane. Shane had some of the nerd ropes. Shane, what did I send you? That also reminds me. I'm going to play something right now while it's fresh in my mind. But I was going through my cleaning out my Google Photos and realized I had so much crap that I needed to get rid of, clogging up all my gigabytes. And I started going through some videos that I hadn't. I usually record them, just delete. I said the word videos, then I typed the word videos. But speaking of Shane, speaking of nerd ropes, I found this. Tell me if you remember this, Shane. This must have been 2 years ago. While I was on my way to pick up Nuz. Shane. Dude, can you see my eyes? Yeah, fueled on way too much of Dr. Gonzo's whatever his fucking gummies are, bro. But yeah, I'm blotto, pulled over here somewhere in Nevada. I don't even know where. At the rest stop, just to get out of. Look at all this shit behind me. I'm tripping balls, brother. That's where these motherfuckers right here. Still to get from Gonzo. These things, they put you in the spirit world, buddy. They definitely do. And I just had, I think each one is 25 milligrams, and I just ate about 6 or 7 of them about an hour and a half ago. So, yeah, bro. Like I said, I'm tripping balls. But I'm good. It's dope. Just a random video that I had recorded for Shane.
I sent the link to Gary, and Gary left me on C.
We almost got work-life balance when he was running near our cave, but you call. Carl is unknown. Plot twist.
That would be the biggest plot twist.
Oh, 19 months. Speaking of drops, yes, Jack's Lungs dropped some jank tonight.
He dropped some good stuff too.
He did drop some good stuff. We'll pull that up here in just a moment.
I'll pull it up. You catch up on comments.
Okay. The first piece of jank I ever got. He hates that I have this.
But we love it.
Rick and Marty. Also, I'm still sporting the courtesy of work-life balance. Brandon Sutton. Hello, sir.
Brandon Sutton.
What car? A roofie colada. It's because of that video also. Or not because of that video, but prior to me taking that video, I took this photo of the Asher Tai Spiro. It could still be there. I don't know. I totally fucking forgot it. I had the Asher Tai Spiro for like 3 days. And it was one of the knives I brought with me to Blade Show. And took that picture, turned around, made that video for Shane. And about an hour later, I'm like, oh, man. I forgot my Spiro.
I still think a metal one of these with like a resin center. This would be the coolest thing. But this is already pretty darn cool.
You know, I was just having a conversation with Ethan earlier. Ethan Ruins EDC. Me and Ethan had a kind of an early dinner together. And I was telling him of all the knives out there that just don't really do it for me. Shiragorovs, or as a certain somebody says, Shirogorov. Or hold on, let me.
You summoned him.
I can't do it. But hey, there's Ethan. But I was just telling Ethan, Shiros don't really do it for me. And yes, I have handled, I don't know, half a dozen different ones from the lower end Shiro to the higher end ones, and good, not bad knives, but they're just really not for me.
There is only one exact model that I want to mess with, and that's it.
That's the
Quantum.
The Quantum, right? And that's the one that Work Knife Balance. Don't you have that one?
With the teeny little like thingy like this, and there's different kinds of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only one I've ever wanted to even just look at. But they'd probably pull the mat off the counter too, so.
Serious answer. No, I have not. Chef Rocky, how are you doing tonight, sir? Yeah, unsubbed.
Who's unsubbed?
I'm unsubbed to Work Knife Balance. Official. Constantine.
Sunflower seeds? Those are good. My favorite, though, are the, I like ranch sunflower seeds.
That's exactly what it was, Ant. I was going to put my knife back in my pocket, but then I got high. La da 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 da. F off, Shane. F off. I'm officially Arius-less now. I sold my Arius today. I did it. But damn you, Shane. For those of you that don't know, the Arius I just sold is technically my second Arius. Long story, but I don't have the first one. Ethan ruins early dinners. Joe Dirtflower. Oh, I was just showing Crispy. I got some fire tonight. What the fuck? Oh, Carl. Hello, Carl.
Who did that?
13 months.
Oh, that's just over a year. Don't go to bed. Join us.
Yeah, don't go to bed.
I sent you a link, Work Night.
He's with the fam. He went home. But yeah, the iMamba is good.
That's for knives.
I've handled I don't know for Evolving Blades. I haven't seen him in a while, but he had sent me his iMamba in Mammoth Molar. And then I handled a couple down at Blade Gallery. And I handled one, the new one, when it had come out at Blade Show.
Where's TC?
Try shitties.
So
yeah.
Fall asleep. I'm going to open this.
Do it. But for the people out there that say the iMamba is like a better version of the Sabenza, they're wrong. Not comparable, in my opinion. I have not been able to see the Northern Lights yet. But real quick, before you open that, a quick message from our sponsor.
The origin of Matty and Stevie, Scooby-Doo.
I got a voice song from him yesterday.
He told me to ask you what it was, but I didn't get it because I got one too.
Do you want me to just say it? I don't know if I can play it. I can play it. Should I play it?
Play it. I'll play mine. He told me to ask you, and then I forgot. Let me find mine.
Oh god, I'm having anxiety opening up my messages. Oh, there's too many. I'm sorry, everybody that's messaged. Jesus Christ.
Stories from your friends next door, you're never told. You might be a star tonight, so let that camera roll. You're the red, blue. Everybody's thinking you do. America,
That was the greatest theme song for that show. All right, here's mine. Can you hear it? He's got a good voice though. Carl has good Wi-Fi in the ice cave. Yes. So you got America's Funniest Videos, and I got Saved by the Bell.
Got some good 90s jingles going on.
I freaking love it.
I would not.
To the chat.
I would not say that iMamba is a better Chris Reeves. I would not. It's a good knife. I think they can both exist. I mean, they do both exist, but
Ali replied back to PNW, never change.
no.
Never change.
Who is that? That's always what Gary's going to say.
That was PNW fun stuff. We're cheersing him this week. Cheers, PNW. It was also his birthday, I believe.
No, what? Oh, it was last week, right? Steve Claire's birthday is on Monday.
Steve Claire, yeah.
There's someone else that has a birthday coming up, and I can't remember who. They haven't told us.
I haven't opened it. I haven't seen it yet. This is like a big old packet full of stuff.
Shut up, Gary.
I sent Gary a link too. Applejack Damalux, Red G10, ABL Steel,
AEBL.
AEBL sticker.
Jersey called it.
Oh, is his birthday coming?
Yours was on May the 4th. That's right.
Of course, yeah. Drinkwater 19th.
Guess who else has a birthday on May 19th? Drinkerton H2O. This guy.
You guys ready for this?
Ooh, here it comes. Hold on. Let's bigify you.
I've been so excited. I've been watching him build it as he goes. He's gonna watch a replay later. So look at the scales.
We are. You're showing them to us.
Look at them. Okay, here we go. Oh. He nailed it. That is comfortable. He said he put the poon out a little further. That big hands give me more thumb space. And I'm glad he did that, because it works.
Nice.
It was supposed to be built satin, but he said he scratched it, so he changed it up a little bit. So in case anyone's wondering. But, oh, I like it. He did an excellent job. I love the looks of it. Of course, red and black. And it's comfortable. I'm going to put a bead on that bad boy. Aries, you did excellent, my friend. I think he was nervous.
For what?
I don't know. He kept saying, I hope you like it. I hope you like it. And I kept telling him, I know I'm going to. And, yeah. And I picked out the scale material, and I'm glad I chose this one. I really like it.
Yeah, I dig that, dude.
Aries did such a good job. And it's not going to stay nice forever because I plan on using this.
Yeah, you do.
I'm going camping in a month from now. This is going to go with me. We're going to be carving some s'more sticks. Can't afford a new shirt. I didn't buy this one. This was a giveaway. Big Red did a giveaway, and it was like the coolest giveaway ever. I don't usually enter them, but the winner got to choose, like build their own knife. So I got to pick the scales. I picked the blade steel. I picked the model.
I like AEBL on a. That's what my fixie is. AEBL.
Yeah. It's my first bit of ABL. I picked this blade model because it was the biggest one. All the rest were kind of small. Like the pass-around one was that Bloom. It's a little small, still comfortable, but so I chose the biggest one he had.
Nice.
Can't wait to camp with you. I'll be there. We'll have s'mores. You paid for that knife somehow? I paid with my blood.
That's awesome.
Big Red paid for this one, I'm guessing. Big Red and Aries. That was the coolest giveaway. I don't know, Todd. I was thinking about having Joe, but I dig this red and black, the Kydex, and then this is like some kind of...
Welcome, Don.
I don't know what that is, but... Don! Hello.
Speaking of Joe, hello, Joe and family. They saw the Aurora Borealis from out there in Georgia.
Call me Ishmael. Let's see how sharp it is.
Very nice. What's that, Brian? How did I get so far behind? Yeah, those scales are nice, aren't they?
Real men carry fixed blades in the pocket without a sheath. Just chuck it in there.
Open Envelope Collector 41. Is there any chance that you are related to a Hinderer Collector 41? I know a dude named that. I didn't go to high school with him, but I have the Ahab.
Did you catch any of Devon's live today, Stevie?
Negative.
Scotch and Things was chatting, and then while he's chatting, he just whipped out one of the biggest folders I've ever seen.
You don't say.
It was pretty. It's a Medford Gigantus. But it was pretty cool.
That must be pretty big with a name like that.
It was pretty big, you sarcastic bastard. It was cool though.
Here's the Ahab. Well, I guess it is a little Ahab-ish, huh?
A little bit.
A little bit. Not too much. That's more of a drop point, whereas this is much more of a harpoon.
Yeah. This is for stabbing whales. Come here, Gary. Joseph S. When's his birthday?
It
Happy
was-
early birthday.
There was a couple of birthdays this week. Yeah, B Shade. If yes, you would be a Gemini because B Shady. If he's on the 22nd, he's a Gemini also. Because the 21st, isn't that the 22nd? Is this no? The 20th. The 21st is the start of Gemini.
Whale stabbing. Joseph, when's your birthday? I went up and I didn't see a date. Everyone said happy early birthday, so happy early birthday.
On the cusp. I'm technically a Tauremini.
It's a small wang.
Oh, there's scotch and things right there. So Todd has a birthday coming up then soon too.
Tomorrow. And Crispy's a Sunday.
Crispy, your birthday is on Sunday? On Mother's Day? I have to add these to my calendar. All day does repeat every year. Save. June 3rd was Demonog. Also, B Shady, I don't know if you heard me say, but I'm going to be down in your area July 11th. Well, yeah, in your area. I'll be down in Eugene and Salem for 3 days. I'm going to hit up Mr. Brandon Thrasher and also David Kim, see if they're available also.
Oh, that'd be cool. Winchester. Aries, if you're still listening, I love it.
The 30th.
I love it, Aries. Cheeto, I also realized you, Gary, and Cole, I never sent out your knives.
Oh, you mother.
They were tucked way back here. I just found them. I forgot about them.
Ran out.
Steve, I bet you're one of the coolest people to hang out with. I do look forward to meeting you one day.
Steve's a good shit.
Yeah, he seems like it, like a genuine dude. You could just get down on some eggs Benedict with.
I thought you were going to say get down on your knees. And just gort, gort, gort.
He even put in like a heat treat, how they did it. Cryogenics. Hardness is 61?
Nice.
It's kind of hard to see because it's like a Xerox copy. That's pretty cool, though. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 61 up top. I don't know if that's good for ABO. I also don't care because it cuts paper. And I'm going to put it through some wood camping.
Winchester, I just reserved 3 food trucks. Only one of them for Eugene, but I just put it like a $3,000 deposit down on a couple of food trucks for some events I'm going to be hosting for work down there. Yeah, dude, be shady. You can come by. I'll give you details offline.
And you sent me some anatomical sparkly toys. You're one of the coolest people.
Made you type it.
Ron.
The least?
L. Ron. Was it Hubert?
Hubbard?
Hubbard, yeah. Scotcha thinks is trying to type his name.
99 Demonoc.
Huber's, hobbies, and then the defeat.
Elron. 61 is good for EBL.
Okay, that's good.
Did you guys see the Knife Steel Nerds
AARPM 9.
Yeah.
I didn't read up on it. Apparently,
It's just 9C.
I read a little bit, but yeah, and it's not powder. It's not powder metallurgy. It's like spray metallurgy.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I didn't know what that was. And I have a couple knives in that AARP.
I don't have anything by them. Or the only artisan I have is a.
I think that AHAP is ARP9.
Oh yeah, I guess this is a artisan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, this is a RPMG. I forgot I had this.
You
Or
literally.
I forgot that this was artisan.
Okay, I was gonna say you literally had it 10 minutes ago.
You know, I just forgot that it was artisan.
Probably my favorite artist.
They are. One is a barbecue. I know that. Woodcutter. The other one, the other two are both taco / burrito. The skunkiest.
Good.
99. I don't know. No, I didn't forget that I had the knife. I forgot that it was an artisan. I know I said I forgot that I had this, but
Oh, man.
I'm shocked. Just drop it on newspaper. Still an okay budget steel edge retention of okay. The big thing though is that they were it was mispromoted or something. I shouldn't really even bring it up because I don't know all the details of it. Speaking a little out of turn here, folks. But Cheeto. 'Tis right here, brother. 'Tis right here.
That's a good combo right there.
For someone that doesn't like pickles, I sure do got a lot of freaking pickles. All right. Unknown. Finn Wolfhard.
Oh, you open up Unknown's envelope. Are they still here? Unknown? Hey, Paul. That's a good question. One moon. Unk wonky. I would show your stickers again, but my son took them. They're gone. He didn't take them all. I just can't find the rest. But the ones that I had out available for showcasing, he took. Wait, do I have one? Did I hide one? Ooh, I did hide one. Sweet, there we go. There's a one moon.
Well, that's a nice one. Heck yeah.
I forgot I tucked that one in. Oh, you got his unknown patch.
That's nice. I have a patch hat. I need to start wearing them. Where'd you guys just set my unknown badge?
Oh, that's okay. That's cool.
I was just gonna yell at you, unknown, because it's not sticking to the Velcro. But then I remembered I didn't peel the back off of it.
I think Stevie sampled those nerd ropes right before just to make sure they were still good.
'Twas not the nerd rope. Crispy knows. It's the train wreck.
The train wreck.
Flip it upside down, like smack it up first.
Oops. No, it's the same. This way and this way.
You mother ever.
It's
No,
blowing,
it's
it's blowing Stevie's mind. It is. It says unknown both ways.
But that's not how you spell unknown.
That
Is that a K?
it is a K.
It is a
Use
K.
Use a special font. It's a K when the curly is up, but an O when it's down.
Whoa.
I like the space in the behind the scenes there.
Whoa. As long as the reviewers got paid to say nice things.
Wait, reviewers get paid?
A lot of them do.
What? I need to get paid.
Artisan and CJR, why do you think that the pyrite is so popular? It's because every effing reviewer has a affiliate or whatever link to CJRB and Artisan. And everyone said, and I'm not saying it's not, but I think I've never heard so much hype behind a freaking knife. And
I've had 3 and gave them all away. But I've also paid for 0 of them. They were all, I think they were all giveaways that I won. I keep winning them. Then I give them away.
Yeah, so they get the free knives, but then they also Artisan. I'm pretty sure Artisan has reached out to just about everybody at some point.
Not me. I want free knives.
Yeah, we both got a thing from Artisan like around the same time, and we both turned them down.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost positive, because I remember asking if you got one. You said you did, and I said I'm not interested.
Yeah,
And I think you said to that too.
I think you're right. Mark Herrera. Does that mean I'm better than good or worse than good? Humphrey Chimpton.
Shampoo is better.
It's better than good. It's wood.
No, there's two of the coolest dudes I know work with Artisan though. Nico and Dylan Mallory.
That's true. And it's not a Nazi logo, Gary. I wish that would just die.
I never saw it until I posted a video on my Ferrum Forge Valor. And on a short, and it got, I don't know how many views, but it also got like from random non-knife community people saying, "What's up with the Nazi knife?" And I was like, "Holy crap! I don't know how I was so naive to that. I didn't see that."
I'm sure you do, Winchester.
They just send out, if you're talking about Artisan, they just send out like an email initially saying, "Hey, you get the generic. We saw your content and think you'd be a great representative for our brand." Or some generic marketing email that they send out, and then they send you a link that you sign up, and
It's true.
don't you go there. Yeah. Dylan kind of doing his own thing a little bit more. He'll have his own booth again this year at Blade. He won't be working the Artisan booth. You didn't put a ring on it. That's my Mannix too.
I'd be down for this. Blade Show, Nebraska at Scotch and Things House.
I would be fine with it being anywhere but Atlanta.
Does Angelo have a wrench? Because if not, oh, you got to make Angelo. He's quickly become the master moderator.
How is he not?
I don't know. Angelo's not. Shady, Kevin C. They're not. Carl.
Carl's new tonight.
Is he though?
He
Last
is.
I checked, Carl's been with us in one form or another.
That name has never popped up until tonight.
A rope manufacturer.
And the unknown. See, it definitely takes, because I had the unknown.
Cheeto's using this opportunity to.
Oh, Cheeto. Cheeto's on the prowl.
Cheeto left one alive to go warn the rest. Not gonna lie, I can see a cornfield. You know, that'd be awesome. Get a little campfire, just go to the field, shuck a corn, roast it. What's some bad boy?
Scotch and Things, you're in Nebraska?
I also didn't know he was in Nebraska. I pictured him as an Ohio guy for some reason.
Are you very far from Omaha? That's where Donnie Bless is. Mr. Bless is
he said
in.
He's by Omaha.
Did you know that by chance? That Donald Bless of Bless Knives is in Omaha?
Yes. Unknown.
Yes, it does actually, unknown.
Those without wrench are soon without balls.
About an hour and a half.
Yeah, but that's like Nebraska driving at 20 miles an hour. The city people, that's like 20 minutes. The super wrench.
Little Vinny has forsaken us here on Late Night with SaidFaction.
He has, and he owes me $100.
Vincent's a silly man.
Shane, why don't you get up here? Come talk about my new knife. Or your favorite artisan knives.
Be cow tipping.
This guy, thank you for giving him a shout out today.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was pretty cool. I'm glad I fired up those Post Malone things again.
So I don't know if I've told this story or not, but cow tipping is a bunch of bullshit. We tried, like 3 of us tried to tip over a cow, and it wouldn't work. We could not knock that cow over, and it was sleeping. Well, you're only 4 hours from Omaha. Yeah, you got the dope tradition. You got the Billy Boy tradition, right? Hiding under in the basement with the basement people.
Snipe hunting, nematode hunting.
Snipe hunting. I've been charged by a herd of cows and tripped over after we jumped over the barbed wire fence. I got tripped up in barbed wire around my foot and it sliced me up, and I had to go to the doctor and get a tetanus shot. That was in the field where we picked mushrooms.
So, Winchester, the Kinect is old technology, and it easily fails. It picks up light, shadows, dust. So, seeing things with the Kinect isn't really a thing.
Hey, you gotta live a little.
I will say, though, I don't believe in ghosts, but my mom's house is haunted. Some weird stuff has gone down there. I can't explain it. I don't think it's ghosts, but it's definitely haunted with something.
It takes 11 hours to drive east to west in Nebraska?
Really?
No. I
See,
mean,
and
I guess, but I mean, you can drive across California north to south, and that's not even 12 hours.
Also, when it's pitch black, the Kinect tries to find something. So any little speck of light or anything, it tries to form a person. It's looking for a person. And I know you're aliens. And I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts, but there's some weird stuff that happen. Unexplainable things I believe in. I just don't know what they are.
Maybe the answer is ghosts.
Maybe, but I don't think so. How sucky would it be to die and then get stuck in some rickety old house for 400 years?
How do you know that it's bad? What if
It
it's
has
not?
to be. They're always yelling and screaming and moaning.
No. You go instantly to like Ghostbusters. And not all spirits are
Oh.
like that.
Ask Winchester with his ghost hunter's house. They're always like, there's evil spirits.
An off-grid scorpion. No, someone recently asked me that, and I had never seen the knife before. I do not have an off-grid scorpion. Sweet.
Oh, heck yeah. But like at my mom's house, I've seen shadows of people on the walls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Winchester.
The lights would turn off and on by themselves. And it wasn't through like power issues. Like the switch would move.
Huh.
She lives on a ranch in Texas, like, and there's no neighbors really. Just out in the middle of nowhere. Wakes up and his underwear is neatly folded. Good night, Aunt.
99 ant.
Exactly. I'm not saying it's ghosts, but it probably
Oh,
was
it's ghosts.
Connect. You know that cops guy? He uses the Connect to do his paranormal investigations. But I don't know. There's a ghost 15 minutes in any direction.
I've personally never seen a ghost, but I've experienced some weird shit. Not necessarily ghosts. And then what made me start believing more of the possibility, because I always just thought it was bullshit. The whole I want to believe is true. I do want to believe, but I'm a big skeptic. But my grandfather, I started telling him about how I had this reoccurring dream. I never talked about it as a kid. It's just something that I was like, did I ever tell you about my reoccurring dream about our house in Pennsylvania, Grandpa? He's like, no. I was like, I would have this dream. So I lived, my bedroom, it was an old 4-story house in an old township, Wallingford. And it was an old brick house and 4 stories. And my bedroom was up on the 4th floor, and it was right by so it was 4 stories, plus it had an attic that you had to there was 3 stairs. You opened up this door and there was 3 stairs into the attic that spanned the whole house. And it had this weird window, or not a weird window, but a whatever it's called, the air vents, but it had a opening to it. And I told my grandpa how I had this reoccurring dream where I would walk into the attic and there was someone just standing facing the air vent, and I would call out to it, and before it could fully turn around, that's when I would wake up. And he's like, it's crazy that you would tell me that. He said, I've never really talked about it. He said, but I always felt like there was something in the attic, and I felt that I saw things that I didn't want to admit that I really saw in that house. And you're talking to the most devout Catholic man who probably didn't typically believe in a lot of that type of stuff at all. And for me to tell him about a paranormal type dream that I had, and to him say he experienced that stuff in that house, made me realize, okay, there's something, there's shit out there. There's something else going on.
There is something going on. I will say that.
Is it ghosts? I don't know.
Good night, Dr. Drew. I don't think it's... I think that would be terrible to die and then just be stuck here
Who says that they're stuck, though? Who says that?
Ghosts, they're stuck.
Are they?
That's their whole shtick. They're stuck.
Maybe it's just a progression.
No, that would suck.
Why?
It just would. I wouldn't. If I'm dead, I don't want to be here anymore.
What if it doesn't? You've never experienced it. What if it doesn't suck? What if it's awesome to be a ghost?
No, then you have dudes coming in with recorders and you freaking connect on your Xbox trying to find you.
Yeah, maybe that's fun.
Is it?
And
though?
that's like how many people in the world do that versus how many ghosts there probably are. Your risk of being ghost hunted, I think, is very, very, very small as a ghost.
Yeah. Could be paradise, but it's always in some beat up hotel or old house. Why aren't there ghosts at 5-star resorts?
There probably are, but
There
that
are.
doesn't make for good television.
That would make the best television.
Then why haven't they done it?
Because ghosts aren't real. Oh, Mills, playing a video game. Which game? Going to Chicago without the reward of Chicago at the end.
What's up, Paul?
Magic rocks.
It fell down again.
Oh, Stevie just inviting them back in.
It fell down again. I told her she's got to stick some Velcro on it.
They were huge in the 80s. The Ghostbusters. Is Gon's Vince? I put a picture in the photo dump. Can see the Aurora good now. Oh,
Nice.
Photo dump.
What's up, Mr. Isabella?
Oh, dang. Yeah, he's got some purples and greens. They said, the news said that we could see it down here in Phoenix. There's a
I
chance.
kind of want to go check.
Go check. Let me know if you see it. I'm
All
gonna
right,
share.
I'll
I'm gonna share his screen or his picture. Oops. Which way are you facing? Like, is this facing north? That is cool, though. It's a dream to see these. So if there's a small chance that I can, I'm definitely going to try. But Phoenix is so illuminated. There's one. He's sleeping over there, too. The apocalypse. Ghosts appear to the same people aliens do. They kind of go hand in hand. Maybe ghosts are aliens. Joe Isabella, did I say hi to you? If not, hello, Joe. Oh, you just got in. Okay. So I did not. Hello, Joe. That Doom posted a picture with one of your things, and it looks awesome. You did a good job. Oh yeah, and what did Cheeto said? There's a ghost cemetery or something. What was it? You told me to go check out. Grave encounters. My friend got struck by lightning when he walked out his door, and he said it's because he's happy with spirits. He shouldn't have been ghost hunting. Oh. Outdoors Addiction, how you doing? And yes, our background's awesome. We're lizard people. Get it right. Ooh, yeah, Constantine. I'm gonna Google this so I don't forget. Grave encounters. Oh, this is definitely gonna be cheesy. Okay. See, it's always like some abandoned mental hospital. I don't want to die and be stuck in an abandoned mental hospital. Maybe from another realm. Not that south. Around the edge in central Illinois. They were seeing it down in Atlanta, Georgia saw it. Oh, Troy can see it too. Oh, he's got a cool picture too. Here's Troy's. Man, that looks cool. Stevie can see it. Stevie's looking at it right now. That pissed. Stevie's looking at it. I want to go check now. When he comes back, I'm going to check. See, okay, if I could be a ghost. All right. Good night, unknown. Eat breakfast. If the ghosts are touch you in bad places, you can tell us. This is a safe place. I wish they would. That'd make it more interesting. No Northern Lights in Phoenix yet. They said we could have a chance to see it tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Did you make the steamed hams? Steamed hams? Are you telling me you have the Aurora Borealis localized in your kitchen? May I see it? But Stevie's out there looking at it, so we might have lost him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go.
What's up, Matty?
Hello, Shane.
Am I froze? I appear froze on this screen.
No, you're good here.
Oh. Well, my computer had shut off. It took it a while to reboot, so it may... When it does that, it's always really slow at first.
Oh.
Turn it on. So, yeah, my screen's just froze.
Well, so far you're good here.
Well, I want to tell you my... I don't know if I want to call it a ghost story, because I don't know what it was. It's just something I can't explain.
Okay, let's hear it.
But my youngest daughter, when she was about... She was probably 3. And her only chore when she was that age was she had to take her little, we bought her like this little tiny kid's clothes basket. And when we do take the clothes out of the dryer, we put all her clothes in her little basket, and she had to take them in her room and put them up. But she just dumped them all in one drawer. But anyway, but at 3, she had to hold it with both hands, you know, like this, hold it up against her body. And she was walking to her room in this house that we were renting at the time, and the door was shut, and it was one of those old doorknobs with like the skeleton keyhole underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
But the door was shut, and I remember, you know, that's a fascinating age to watch kids, and I just remember watching her walk through the room thinking, how is she going to do this? Because there was no way she could let go of the basket to grab the door handle. And so I was just watching in amusement to see how she was going to handle this. Was she going to set the basket down? What was going to happen? But anyway, as she's getting close to the door, she's probably 18 inches from it. She holds her hand out like she's going to try to grab it and hold on the basket at the same time. And as soon as she does that, that doorknob turns and the door opens. Freaked me the F out. Now, does that mean she's magic? Does that mean there's ghosts? I don't know. But I watched it happen. It wasn't like a questionable thing where maybe I saw a shadow. You know, I even got up afterwards and re-shut the door and see if, you know, if it was possible to open it without turning the door handle, and it just wasn't. I've never been able to explain that. But she literally just stuck her hand out. You know how when you're holding something, you'll try to. Mm-hmm. She stuck her hand out like she was going to grab the door handle. She was still about 18 inches from it. And I watched it turn and the door swing open, like full open, and stop without hitting the wall.
Man.
So that's why I think there's something in this world. I don't know what it is, though.
See, that's where I'm at. I've told this story, but in a house me and Katie were staying at, we had these. There was a door, the very back door that goes outside to the pool. It had a window they had to push these 2 tabs in to slide up and down.
Yeah.
And you had to
we had those, and they're kind of difficult.
Yes, they were difficult.
Yeah.
But one day, me and Katie and my dad at the time, we were all at the other end of the hall, and that window just went down by itself, and then it went back up.
So what was that?
I don't know. And it was on the inside, so it wasn't somebody outside the door doing it. And we could clearly see nobody was there.
Yeah.
But it went down and back up, and then we couldn't explain it.
It's funny. Constantine asked, can she levitate? There was another incident involving the same child, but she was probably 5 at the time. And I used to own a dune buggy. Now, dune buggies in Arizona and dune buggies in Alabama are kind of different things. Ours are just tubular, inch-and-a-half tubular steel. We build them to climb hills.
So like our sand rails.
It's like a sand rail, but with more like a standard Chevron style utility tire on the back. Just kind of the same thing, but built slightly different. And I was big into that, and I used to take my kids riding, and they begged me to take them up this power line cut. Keep in mind, I had 2 small children and 1 seatbelt. So I get to the top of it. It's probably 300 yards to the top of this mountain. And when I get up there, I realized that there were high-powered lines run across the top of that mountain that Alabama Power had to maintain. When I get up there, I realized that they had skidded that road on top of the mountain. So there was like this 12-foot tall mound of dirt and rock at the very top.
Ooh.
This hill's already very steep. There was no chance of me climbing that. So I just nail the gas and get going as fast as I can and yank my turning brake, my tractor brake, and it spins the buggy around pointing downhill. And then I stood on the brakes. Well, when I did, it was so steep we were sliding. The tires were just sliding. Finally, I got in this little rut to get us stopped, and my youngest, Shelby, freaks out. She when we started sliding, she freaked out. And she comes out of the seatbelt and decides she's going to walk down. As soon as she takes a step, it's so steep, she starts tumbling head over feet. And I'm just sitting there with my heart in my stomach watching my child die. I mean, you're talking about 900, 1,000 feet to the bottom of this thing, and she's literally getting air. She'd go like 8-10 feet in the air, spinning, slam to the ground, bounce back up, slam to the ground. So I take off after. I can't go fast because if I get going too fast, I won't be able to stop. I might hit her. But when I get to the bottom of the hill, she's literally sitting there with her hand in a puddle of water because she had a little bit of rock burn on the palm of her hand. And that was it. You know, can I scratch that up to the fact that she weighed 38 pounds? I don't know. But I feel like something washed over. I mean, not a bruise. She had a little rock burn, so she was sticking it in this little creek. Where it was actually water running through the ditch. She was sticking it in that water. So maybe there was something special about that kid. I don't know. She's still special to me. But
it has to be.
Yeah.
And the kids are bouncy. They can last anything, but they usually have.
Yeah. And I'm sure she was, you know, she was a very active kid, and she was probably elastic. You know, it would have broke every bone in my body. But
Have you ever heard the story of Don Shipley's daughter? You know Don Shipley?
I know who Don Shipley is.
Yeah.
I got a message from DJ on my phone.
That's what you said. Yeah, that's
Proudest
awesome.
moment of my life. That dude
Wow.
messaged me.
But Don Shipley's wife told the story about how she ran their little, I think she was like 18 months old at the time, like backed over.
Oh
her.
yeah, back the truck over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like full on, like it was horrible. And she ended up just having a bruised spleen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of that is, you know, connected to the fact that their bones are so elastic at that age.
Yeah, and they said it had just rained, and so the ground was kind of soft, but still.
Well, it's like that kid, that tornado that got thrown miles away, and they just found him walking down the side of the road, you know.
Right.
Saved. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I don't know if you guys saw while I was, well, I'm sure you did because I showed it, but
Is that your house?
that's off my back deck. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's bright.
I get a view like that every night. The meth house down the street, there's these beautiful fumes that come out the roof of it every night.
Like, that's awesome.
I say that. That's the country club across the street. Ain't no meth kitchens over there. But I've got the wife talked into. We're going to sell the house
Oh,
and buy. I don't need much, dude. 3 to 5 acres, and put a
the shop.
we're gonna put a shop and like 2 of those tiny homes.
Oh,
We'll have,
okay.
like, one's a living quarter, and then the other one will have like all the utilities, you know, the washer, dryer, kitchen, all that stuff in it. And I think I want to raise ducks.
Okay.
The reason why is because since I was a kid, you guys were talking about it recently. That thing your mom used to cook where they'd cut the center of the bread out and fry it.
Yeah.
I've loved fried eggs since a child. They have to be over a medium. I don't want any white stuff running. But I've noticed over the past few years that it don't matter if I'm at a nice restaurant, if I'm at Waffle House, when I get a fried egg, they taste like garbage. They just don't have a good taste. So an uncle of mine gave me some duck eggs. And
Duck eggs are yum.
it was so amazing how good they were. So I just want like 6. Just enough to lay maybe 10, 12 a week and keep me in actual good eggs.
Huh.
You know, my diabetes doctor told me, Stevie, that I should never not eat eggs.
Eggs are
I
like the
eat
best
eggs
thing
every
you
day.
can. Eggs and avocado.
Yeah. But he also told me that a diabetic should never, under any circumstances, eat peanut butter. He said, ignore the sugar content. He said it has something to do with the way your body processes it.
Huh.
It doesn't get processed and it stays in your blood worse than any sweet thing you can eat.
But having if you go the opposite way and you have like super low blood sugar,
Yeah.
the little packet of peanut butter is like one of the best things to have.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I worked with a guy that had low blood sugar. I got tired of having to run to the store as an emergency, so I always just kept like a pack of peanut butter crackers in my console for him. I don't. You'd think he would be prepared. He was the one that, but he never was. He was never prepared for it. Yeah.
So did Maddie go check? Maddie must be able to see his. That's why he's gone for so long.
Probably so. Winchester, that's a great story, man. I've heard a lot of stories like that. I don't know how you dispute them. I don't know. You know, my daughter's all the time talking about this waterfall that I took her to when she was little and how beautiful it was. It never happened. I mean, she was telling this story at like 4 years old. She'd be like, "You remember that waterfall?" And she would describe it. I'd never take. I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
Did you see him, Maddie?
No. I was looking for a snack just now. I'm hungry.
Oh, I thought you were out looking for Aurora Borealis. You're looking for a snack.
I did peek out there. I did peek.
Did you see mine?
I saw yours, yeah. I showed it while you were still out there. You took a picture and put it in the brain trust.
Oh yeah, okay.
You
But I
guys
didn't-
had me
I
starving
didn't
the other
make a
night
video.
talking about food. That's why I had to make that 3-piece grilled cheese. And that was on the George Foreman grill, by the way. That's how you get those perfect grill lines.
Ain't nothing wrong with the George
I
Foreman.
rarely ever turn the stove on anymore. I cook everything in the air fryer or my George Foreman grill.
You know, we air fry just about everything these days.
We already ate
I'm
them.
telling you, find you a small Boston butt, 3 hours on 350, and then another 30 minutes with the barbecue
Yeah.
sauce on it.
Does a Boston butt have the net on it?
Mine didn't, and I didn't
Okay.
need one. But mine's one of the basket types. Well, I've got both.
Yeah.
The basket, and it barely fit in there. But I put it fat side up for like 2 hours, fat side down for an hour. Then I flipped it back up, poured barbecue sauce over it for 30 minutes. Dude, it was one of the best barbecues I've ever ate.
Yeah, air fryers are dope. I mean, air fryers, they're just mini convection ovens.
Right. That's all it is. You're just getting good heat distribution. It's
Yeah,
not like it's a microwave.
right.
I need a snack now.
Look, Matty, you're going to have to be back in the kitchen.
So, if we're just gonna, talking about paranormal-ish stuff, the only thing that I've experienced that like truly was weird is that I did have one of the most realistic dreams I ever had was shortly after my grandfather passed, and I in a dream. I don't remember what led up to it, but I was with my grandfather in my dream.
Yeah.
We were sitting in our old house, and everything goes back to Pennsylvania for some reason.
Pennsylvania is a spooky place.
And he said, we were having a conversation, and he's like, "All right, it's time for me to go again." And he said, "Go again," and I was like, "Grandpa, I haven't, you can't go." And he's like, "I gotta go, and you're gonna be fine." He told me in my dream, "You're gonna be fine." And he literally started to fade away. And I remember in my dream, I'm yelling, "Don't go, don't go!"
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm waking up to Stacy and Zoe over me, going, "Are you okay, Dad? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "You're yelling, 'Don't go.'" So in my sleep, I was in my dream. I was yelling, "Don't go," and then I was actually yelling, "Don't go."
I think if dreams exist, ghosts probably can.
So there's, I mean, and I know it's a dream, so it's different, but
Yeah.
it's still what was that? How
It
does that happen?
It is crazy how they can affect you. Like I've had anxiety causing dreams, and it ruined,
Yeah, I've talked to
ruined
you
my
about
day.
Yeah.
But then I had a buddy of mine that died of a heroin overdose at 26, and man, I loved that kid to death. He was like my little brother. Long story. I tried to help him and just couldn't. But anyway, he passed away, and I struggled with it for a long time, man. And then one night I had a dream, and me and Tyler used to fish together a lot. That was our thing. We'd go fishing. And I had this dream that I was walking down to this lake, and when I got there, Tyler was standing there at the lake. He wasn't fishing; he was just standing at the edge of the water, and he just turned around and smiled at me. I've had that dream hundreds of times, and it has seriously helped me cope with his passing. It was like, I don't know, it was like he was telling me everything was okay.
Yeah.
There are definitely some weird energies that we'll never understand. I think.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that. I don't need to know what
Right.
that is. I'm okay,
I certainly don't need to go to insane asylums in the middle of the night with a flashlight.
No, yeah, I don't need to do that type of stuff.
Hey, y'all want to see something haunting?
Oh, yeah.
That was a burn, and about 3 days after the burn, I bumped the blister against a 36 grit belt.
Ooh.
It feels pretty good.
Ooh.
It actually kept me up. at night. It hurts so bad. But
You're
yeah,
right.
I've got to start wearing gloves when I grind, I guess.
Bridge collapse.
Do you wear glasses? Do you wear any sort of?
I do wear glasses. I wear my reading glasses when I'm like finished grinding so that I can see really well. But if it's not that important, I at least wear safety glasses because my grinder ejects out the top, so it's literally right into my face. When I get done, I've got black on my face. I used to use a shield, but I can't find my shield. I don't know what I did with it.
When we lived in Colorado, we lived in this triplex, and it was 3 apartments in each floor, or each one had 3 floors. And like we'd be on the middle floor, which is like where a living room was, and we'd hear footsteps upstairs, and there was nobody up there, and the neighbor like wasn't home.
Right.
And we go up there, and some of the stuff we had nailed in the wall was on the floor. And we weren't in the middle unit. We were on the, like if you're looking at the building, the left one. So it's like the external wall. Some stuff was, it was usually like crosses or a picture of Jesus that would knock down, nothing else.
Right.
And then one day we were downstairs.
Why, that would suck to be a ghost and have to do that type of stuff.
It would suck.
That would suck, dude.
That's not only
You're just stuck in someone's house flicking light switches and
exactly.
the most confirmation I've ever got. It's a place that Vince wants to visit when he comes here. The problem is it's still open. There's the Mountain View Hospital.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a drug rehab psych hospital now, but it was a tuberculosis hospital when it was built.
He talked
Literally-
about that place.
Yeah, literally thousands of people
Even Joe
died
did.
in there. And that's where you went to die.
Yeah.
And I've had a wife, a daughter, a sister-in-law, and probably 6 good friends that have worked there. If you're going into the medical field, it's a good place to work because they'll work around your school and all that stuff. And it gives you some experience. But anyway, and all of them talk about, there's a pool table on one of the floors, I think it's the 5th floor of a 6-story hospital. And talk about sitting there at the nursing station on the floor with the pool table, you know, and everybody's in bed. It's always middle of the night. And they hear this loud clanking noise. And then when they go look, it's somebody's rolled the pool balls down the stairs. Now, that could, you know, surely that could be some kids sneaking and doing it. But guys, these people, nobody stays there long term because as soon as your insurance is done paying, you're gone. And there have been employees of that place for 30 years that have experienced it and had to go get the pool balls and take them back up there and put them on the table.
Yeah,
See?
that type of stuff is.
Yeah.
That implies that there's tuberculosis ghosts stuck in that place, and all they can do is roll some balls down the stairs.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you know, unless the legend is just lived on so well that when people are patients there, they decide, hey, I'm going to be the pool ball bandit this time. I mean, I guess that's possible, but
Well, do you think if you went like to the wreck of the Titanic, there'd be a bunch of ghosts down there just chilling?
well, I don't know.
Possible. Hello? I love you, kiddo. See you in the morning.
It's weird though that you said
So,
you had that conversation with your family member that was Catholic. I mean, I think believing in ghosts is a
well,
pretty
there's
common amongst
I mean-
Catholics, isn't it?
the Holy Ghost, right?
Right. Yeah, like, you know, the Bible even talks about zombies too. You know that, right? Yeah, because when Jesus rose, it said that the dead awakened and walked the earth. It's kind of a zombie,
A little bit.
Yeah.
if you believe.
So it wasn't zombies.
Huh?
They weren't zombies. in
Yeah,
that
they were
sense.
dead people that walk the earth. I don't know. But that's all if you believe. So my head is so big that it keeps tension on the arms without any ears. Yeah. Being stuck doesn't make them not real.
Fed Harrison.
Is he using it?
Dude,
That's actually Ed.
that is.
Is that actually
So-
Ed?
That is.
Who came up with Fed Harrison?
You
I don't.
did.
It came up. Who?
You did.
It kind of came up during. I don't know if I said Fed Harrison. It might have been. It might have been Drizzy that said it first. We were talking about. I said.
There's your answer.
It was Patina. Okay,
Patina,
it was
okay.
Patina. We were talking about. I know I said Ed seems like the type of guy that would have one of those FBI female body inspector shirts.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was Patina that said Fed Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh, Ed 3 Chains Harrison.
And I can believe that because how many ongoing jokes have started with the Tina Turner? Most of them, in all honesty. Even the old doorknob joke that he didn't like.
Doors.
Oh, he
Yeah.
has stores.
It is great how things in this community
Oh.
stick with you.
Yeah.
Once somebody drops a good one, you're not going to hear the end of it for years.
Oh
Pickle.
man.
No roast or no Sammy for Maddie.
Yeah.
Marty.
Marty sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, Marty sucks.
yeah.
Stevie and Pickles.
Fucking pickles.
I still can't see anything pertaining to pickles and not think of you, Stevie.
Same.
I'm sure everybody's that way. You see something about pickles, first thing that pops in my mind is I want to either tag it to Stevie or send it to him, but I know he gets sick of it, so I refrain most of the time.
Oh, he loves it. I send him many pickles.
Yeah.
Sometimes I send him things saying, "Hey, you might like this."
Yeah.
And he
Well, you know what the popular thing in the South here is now? Is the pickle Dr. Pepper.
Okay, so that has been sent to me 15 times,
Yeah.
and Rocky was the last one to send it to me, and I was like, "Bro, I don't watch these," and he's like, "Oh, my bad, dude."
They literally serve it at Sonic now. You can order it at Sonic. They just throw a whole handful of steel hamburger chips on top of your Dr. Pepper.
I like Dr. Pepper. I like pickles, but the thought of them together, I
I'm going to try
can't
it.
comprehend how it would taste. I don't
I'm
know.
going to try because I love ice cold pickle juice, but not kosher. It has to be hamburger dill chips. Kosher makes me gag.
It should.
Needle. Oh, pocket razors.
Have you guys been keeping up with Gary's artwork on Instagram?
Yeah.
Always.
Dude, I would pay insane amounts of money for a graphic novel from Gary. Can you imagine how awesome that would be, dude, if Gary did a whole graphic novel of his wasteland stuff?
It would be awesome if
I
Gary
wish you would,
took
Gary.
currency for graphic work.
Yeah.
But Gary is what we in the community like to call a little bitch.
Little bitch. Yeah, I love Gary. It took some work. It took some effort, but
Pickled herring, ugh.
pickled Dr. Pepper is scarier than the paranormal. Well, you guys have to remember a lot of this stuff originates in the South because we have to keep our salts up. And you can sweat to death sitting in the shade down here.
I would try it, but like mentally, I just can't comprehend like what it would taste like.
I don't know.
I
Like
don't know.
Cisco, the big food distributor around here, they sell 5-gallon jugs of pickle juice. No pickles, just the juice to like all your little league ball fields. And they sell pickle popsicles to keep the kids hydrated and keep their salts up in the summertime.
We do that here in Arizona. We'll chug some.
Oh, do
pickle
they?
juice
Do
or
I have
make
pickle
pop-
pickles?
Yeah, it works really good.
Why can't I find this now?
Did Gary? Did you actually read a book?
Whoa, wait a minute, did he?
He said he wrote a book 25 years ago.
I think it would be. It might be missing the.
Okay, is there a difference between a manifesto?
Now, though.
Is there a difference between a manifesto and a book?
Depends on how long the manifesto is. If it's more than 14 pages, I'm going to call it a book.
Yeah.
A
And I like
sequel-
how I only wrote one book.
a sequel to Aliens.
I bet it was better than the other sequels to Aliens. It wouldn't be hard.
Like, is this a thing we could buy, Gary? Like, did you have it published? You know, I sent Gary a link. It'd be awesome if he came up here and told us about this.
I'd love to see Gary in his underwear. Right up there on the screen.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
He left me on scene, though.
Oh, did he?
He did.
I didn't even know that was a thing until Kyle Coonley cussed me out for it a couple of times. Well, I didn't even see your message. Like a fucking liar. It says I'm the world's worst, though, to see a message and think, I'll reply to that in a minute. I'm busy, and then never go back.
See, that's one of my biggest flaws is I look at a picture or something or a message, and I'm always like, I'll come back to it.
Yeah,
And I never do.
that's me.
Here
Not
is-
as often as you look at your phone ringing and decide not to answer it.
I never answer my phone.
I think I've talked to you once, maybe twice, on the phone.
I called you once.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just because I was having a mental breakdown.
See, it shows though. I'm willing to get my feet dirty when I need to.
Right. I talked to Bill on the phone again the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I called ProX about making the handles for that knife. I would really like for that thing to be popular so that I can make a bunch of them.
I want to get one of your knives.
As of right now, that particular model, I've got Jason's Grateful Panics, and I'll have one for sale. And just so you guys know, I did kind of copy the F5.5, but I left out the first little finger, the little half choil, and I made the actual finger tool big enough for my finger. But that
When
was
are we gonna get to like see it?
well. Brian has them right now.
Well, we showed them. We showed them.
I think I just sent you a picture of the blank, Stevie.
Oh, is that where it's not? Okay.
I was kind of hesitant about sharing them because they're rough blanks, and you have to leave about a 1/16 of an inch leeway for heat treat that you're going to have to grind off anyway. So they're not exactly what they're going to look like. But yeah.
Well, Shane, let me give you my perspective. One thing I did when the Phoenix was coming out is I didn't tell anybody. It was a surprise. I thought it'd be cool. It just appeared one day. I should have been drumming up interest from the very beginning.
I agree, but it would have ruined a heartfelt moment for me at Blade Show. So that was pretty special for me. But I will say this: I wish I hadn't have brought it up as soon as I did, because now everybody's like, "Let's see something," and I don't want to show it until I'm proud of it. So I should have waited. Paul, I've got you down for one, buddy. This first batch is almost gone, but I've got Paul Mills. I've got Demon Op, Cheeto. I can't remember them all, but yeah, I've still got a couple left to sell. So
I want one.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get into the fixed blade business.
That's a really pretty fixed blade right there, dude.
Aries did so good.
Yeah, that's really nice. I will tell you right off the bat, his refinement is definitely better than mine. But I don't know how long he's been doing it.
I don't know either, but his fit and finish is perfect.
Yeah, it is very
Not
nice.
a single rough spot all around.
Yeah. Paul, are you saying you want one of that third? I hate to keep saying F5.5, but that third drop point.
The Shane .5.
Yeah.
Brian wants one too.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm hoping as soon as Brian gets them back to me, I'll be in the shop all day. I don't think I'm going to try to get them all done at one time. I think I'm going to get one knife at a time completely done, because this trying to batch thing, Chris Reed was correct. Making a knife's not that hard, but making a bunch of knives is exactly the same. Very hard.
You know what? You should watch some of Eric's videos, because he talked about that when he was doing his books plus like this one, and I think it was somebody else's. He said he started feeling overwhelmed and everything.
It's not hard.
Yeah, it was starting to burn him out.
Yeah.
So
it's also not hard to get overwhelmed financially. Dude, the $10, $20, even just the small stuff, the $10, $20 here and there, the drill bits that you go through. Because I'm telling you now, guys, an average drill bit will not drill through knife steel, even pre-hardened. It'll just smoke. I probably wasted $50 on drill bits. Huh?
Don't you have to use tungsten carbide bits to go through hardened steel?
Yeah, and even then, it'll burn them up. It's strange how that tungsten carbide works, but it'll be cutting perfect, and they just instantly start to squeal, and when it does, the steel turns blue. So now you work hardened that spot. I found something that does work really well, though. If you guys know any mechanics, you can get on a tool truck and they sell these little short drill bits. They're for drilling spot welds. Body shops buy them when they do like the spot weld to pull dents. They're made for drilling through spot welds. That's the best drill bit I've ever experienced. I don't even know what it's made of. But it's made for drilling spot welds.
Steve works at a body shop, I think.
Who does?
Steve Clare.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Steve probably knows what they probably are tungsten carbide. Maybe that's just the first stick on YouTube.
I found these in my screenshots also. I'm watching a UFC fight right now, and Satu's dick is fighting in the heavyweight division.
That's so good.
I love Sobek.
Even Gary can't eat Satu's dick. Satu's dick won't fit on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, what's so funny about that is Satu didn't think it was funny.
No, he thought it was. He's like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. He got over it, but I don't think he enjoyed the attention. But
yeah, that was
Neve's bang was the first
one. I'm still,
Steve,
I open this thing every day.
Yeah.
And admire it and love. Like right now, my goal is to just be this good. In all honesty, this is one of the most beautiful hologrinds I've ever seen.
Here you go, Shane.
What?
Palmer, he's got you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Palmer, that is where I got it. I've got a buddy of mine that owns a mechanic shop. And I was telling him my woes, and he got one from the Snap-on guy, and I tried it. I literally spent 3 hours. 3 hours. Never walked away from it. 3 hours to drill 26 holes. Yeah.
You should ask like Donnie Bless what he uses.
Yeah.
Because he's drilling through knives all the time.
Right. Well, it depends on what day of the week it is, whether me and Donnie Bless get along or not. I like Donnie. But I've learned you can't disagree with Donnie.
No. He finally said it the other night. He's like, he's like, everybody's got opinions, and I'm the only my opinions matter to me.
Right.
Yeah. Donnie is very opinionated.
I'll say this though. This one thing that the knife community has been good for with me is that 20 years ago, I'd have cussed Donnie Bless out and wanted him to meet me somewhere. 20 years ago, I'd have told Gary to go fuck himself and never spoke to him again. But as I'm getting older and softer, I guess, when people are kind of smart-assy with me, it makes me want to make them and my friend. It's like, oh no, we're gonna get along, pal. You just don't know it yet.
Now we tell Gary to fuck off, but we still talk to him.
Right. But we say it with love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tell him F off and then invite him onto the stream.
I'll still say this though, Pocket Metal was by far the hardest.
Good night, Neil.
That's one that I literally was biting my lip and had to try the hardest to make that guy.
When you guys finally agreed to disagree, I was like, I can remember even talking to Jason about it. I was like, thank God. I was like, because it would have been so exhausting. Because here I am, friends with Pocket Metal, friends with Shane, and I was like, no, damn it. Then I was like, oh,
I was more offended that he didn't see the humor in that post. That was one of my best pieces of work.
That was the Glock. That was the Glock post, right?
Yeah. Yeah. About the dangers of carrying it in Kydex.
Right. But I was like, oh, okay, good.
It was so weird because, dude, I would have never in a million years guessed which part of it offended him.
Right.
I legit just thought it was the fact that it was about a gun.
Right.
But no, it was because I said girly. And I was using girly in a negative,
Right.
As a negative thing. And man, I sent him, I like to send him clips, like little shorts of like how to field dress a rabbit. And he just sends me blue-haired liberal shit right back. So it's all good.
Blue-haired liberal shit.
Yeah.
That
wasn't offensive, was it?
No, it's so true. It's so true. It's so cliche and it's so true.
Hey, I'm married to a blue hair. Well, actually, her hair is velvet eggplant. Her hair is the most vibrant, deep purple you've ever seen. It's beautiful, and she's a little left leaning, so I get it. How she's married to me, I have no idea. But I couldn't believe it was that easy to talk her into the whole homestead idea. I was like, let's sell the house and start a homestead.
That's
all
I'm all for now. There's a fine line between like talking about this, or I start talking about this, and people are like, "Oh, you want to join a cult?" And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to join a cult. But the idea of moving into a community of everyone that you know, and everyone, I mean, creating just your own micro community on some property sounds amazing to me. And everyone's like, yeah, it's a cult. I'm like, no, we're not going to do like weird shit.
That's literally how the first township started.
Right.
Well, I know. And people, it seems so foreign to people, but I'm like, why don't we all go in on some sort of, And I'm not a naysayer or a doomsday prophet or any of that type of stuff, man. But I mean, if you look at how things are going now, it does appear as if times could get hard sometime soon. Yeah.
And the fact of having a community of people that are willing to help one another and provide something for you when you're providing something, it's not a bad idea. Even if it never happens, I don't think any bad can come from it.
Right. And I just want to be able to bang your wife, too. That's all I'm asking.
I'm asking, oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, no, not you. I'm not looking at you when I say that. I'm just saying in all community wives.
Oh, I know what you get.
All of you.
Yeah.
First
I
rule.
want to just live in a simple community and have sex with your wives.
Yeah.
But not like a weird cultish way.
And I don't think it's for everybody, but at my age, it is for me. You know what I mean? I think it would be, I don't know if it would be a great idea if you're still raising your kid. I mean, I think it would be harder that way, but I think at my age, it's something I could do. And, I don't know.
About 10 or so years ago, I was looking at property in Central Oregon, and I was this close to convincing Stacy that we're moving down to Central Oregon, and I had found a chunk of property that was on like 5 acres.
On Ruby Ridge.
Well, it wasn't Ruby Ridge,
Right.
but after I started looking into it more, I'm like, it was a community, and it was more kind of like a prepper community.
Yeah.
But then I started looking at
Happy birthday.
more reviews of the town and everything. And everyone's like freaking weirdos, and I was like, and I've asked around, and people are like, yeah, dude, they're full on cult. I'm like, man.
Somebody asked what the best cheese is. I think that's an open-ended question because for what?
It depends.
For a grilled cheese, it's
Yeah,
just
that's like
American slices.
That's like saying, what's your favorite meat?
Yeah, or what's a good knife?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he paid $2.
Oh,
In what circumstance?
I'm just cutting a piece of it off and eating it. It's extra sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
see,
For grilled cheese, I want Kraft American.
And
I was-
cheddar's good mac and cheese, but it wouldn't make good lasagna.
no.
Yeah.
But that's why I like kind of a universal cheese like mozzarella.
Yeah.
Mozzarella is a good cheese, and there's different types of mozzarella also.
Oh yeah, mozzarella completely depends upon the moisture content.
Yep.
There's this one pizza joint about 20 miles from my house, a very small time, and it's the cheapest pizza money can buy, which makes no sense. But their mozzarella actually has a little bit of chew to it and a ton of flavor, and I don't get that anywhere else. So that's the only pizza I'll eat because everything else tastes like garbage.
See, crispy, and then not all smoked cheeses are created equal either. I think lightly smoked cheese is good, but I'm with you. Smoked good is good, but if Broadcast Knives is here, cover your ears, Cole.
No,
There's a
listen,
small batch cheese maker.
Here we go.
They're not so small batch, but they're
I
called
hope
Beecher's cheese in Seattle, and they might distribute actually nationally at this point,
I
but
think
they
we
were
could-
just a small local place, and they have this sharp cheddar that is they sell their sharp cheddar cheese curds, and it's so good.
See, Pepper Jack's also a good one, Gary.
Pepper Jack is solid, but again,
Hey, do you guys know the story behind the government cheese?
government cheese.
The Fat Electrician was just talking about it on one of his recent stories. He told us where the government cheese came from. I'm not going to go into it because he was.
When they bought all the cheese and stored it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They were storing it inside this mountain somewhere, just tons and tons and tons of cheese. And then I don't remember what happened, but they were like, "What the hell are we going to do with all this cheese now?" So they, it had something to do with the war effort. So yeah, they just started giving it.
But government cheese was it might still be a thing. I don't know. But up until at least like the mid 90s, I know for certain was because my one of my best friends growing up, his parents are both in the Navy,
Yeah.
and we have the commissary just right up the road here.
Yeah.
And they used to have everything they did. They shopped at the Navy commissary, and they would have their cupboards would be filled with white cans that just said peanut butter.
Right.
And white cans that said cheese. And
Did you ever open one of those cans, Stevie?
Oh yeah,
They had like a half-inch of oil on top.
Yeah. But and then he also had 6 packs of beer.
Yeah.
You know, like everything that they got there. Damn it, Patina. Yeah, everything. So he was like, "We got government cheese."
Yeah. Now that made a really good grilled cheese too.
Yeah.
But it was real cheese. But did you guys watch Fat Electrician?
No.
He's part of the Black Rifle Coffee bunch.
Yeah, I know who he is.
But I don't know if he was even ex-military or not. But he's really into history, so he does a lot of historical content about the military, but makes it. I've learned so much from that dude because he makes it entertaining. He's really funny.
But yeah, cheese is good.
I wish we had a base around here where I could still go to the commissary, but the prices were. Well, when I was in, I remember them being really cheap. I remember in 1990 we were buying half cases of Bud Light in the bottle for $4.99.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where it was
it was all, they always had good, like they always would have tons of groceries, and then they'd also be like, we got this Casio watch that's normally like $500 for like $50.
You'd be surprised when I go to the VA hospital how many people are walking out of there with big screen TVs and they just got a little tiny store in the VA hospital, but
and that's where like Cold
and
Steel,
you don't pay any tax.
When you buy Cold Steel, we get boxes, but when you get the bubble pack of the Cold Steel knives, those are from commissaries, military bases. Yeah,
And Gary's right. Head cheese is not cheese, guys.
Head cheese is not.
It's ground up parts of the pig's head.
Yeah.
Eyeballs and earlobes and yeah. They got some good knife prices too.
I think the way Gary says it though is like, don't try head cheese. It's not cheese. He's expecting.
Now, when you guys, Shane, you're using American cheese on those grilled cheeses, so it's a little different. But I found that I started grating my cheese when I make a grilled cheese as opposed to just sliced cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also learned the put some cheese on the outside of the bread.
Let it brown.
Yeah.
So you can do that on a George Foreman grill because it won't stick.
Right.
I will certainly try that next time because I always go back when it's done. There's always some that is melted out onto it and turned brown. I make sure I have to get that off and flip it over onto the bread. There's never enough of it. Yeah. Blood pudding. Who brought up blood pudding?
I've had blood pudding.
It probably just tastes like liver, don't it?
It's just a coagulated. It's not good.
Just tastes irony. Kind of like liver.
Yeah. It tastes like organ meat,
Yeah. I like it. I'll go to Popeyes and get chicken livers like once a year. I'll crave them and I'll eat 4 or 5 and I'm done.
There's
Ask us more cheese questions.
There at this gas station down it's called Beacon Hill in Seattle.
Yeah.
It's like a southern fried place that like you can get the best catfish in there. You can get hush puppies, and they do chicken, gizzards, hearts, livers, all that. It's okay. God damn it,
Yeah. I liked gizzards when I was a kid because you could chew on it for half an hour. I've probably bought 500 pounds of chicken gizzards in my life, though. We used to jug fish a lot, and that's the ideal thing for jug fishing because it's so tough they can't just pull it off the hook. Like they literally get it in their mouth and have to gnaw on it, and they get the hook caught every time. So this lol guy isn't part of the normal stream. You just came in here to talk about cheese.
I think so.
Well, he succeeded, man. Congratulations.
I don't mind having our lives derailed to talk about cheese.
Yeah.
Anytime. Hey.
Gary said he likes chicken gizzards. I mean, they're pretty good. They're seasoned up good. We were so poor that I didn't realize that chicken gizzards were like a nickel a pound. That only poor people ate that stuff. But
Winchester, before you go, just for you, brother.
Set phasers to
Don't forget to set your phasers to stunning.
Who's that for?
That's for Winchester.
Oh.
One of the greatest.
And Patina in the background.
Yeah. And it's who? Is that Patina Turner in the background?
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean,
It may as well be.
it kind of looks like Patina's.
It's exactly. That just happens to be there.
Wow.
Oh.
I heard that that other pirate dude's got a Patina Turner tattoo. I messed that up because I forgot the guy's name.
Old Pete. Old Pirate Pete.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh.
That was one of my proudest accomplishments, dude. I have not been that excited for a live stream before that and since
That
then.
thumbnail?
That was by far, yeah. And who was it that drew that for me?
It wasn't Chuck It, or was it?
No, I can't even remember now, man. God, it was so good. That busted ass. That's exactly how I said it. So I love Mexican pirate with a busted ass boat. And man, did he deliver. I can't believe I forgot who did that. If you're in here, whoever, if you're in here and you drew that for me,
No, it's
it wasn't
it'll come to me.
not, huh?
It wasn't the. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
It'll come to me.
Oryx. Ed went exotic over there.
But come to think of it, though, I don't remember seeing the guy around for a little while.
No, it's been a minute. It'll come to me.
Which guy are we talking about?
Who did the pirate ship thumbnail for Shane's Live?
Yeah, it's gonna drive me nuts, man. It's not a real name.
No, I have a feeling it'll. If I search my messages,
Yeah.
Oh, Pain. Pitt, I hope you feel better.
Pitt, I'm sorry you're hurting, buddy.
better.
I know that
Yeah,
feeling.
sorry,
man. It
brother.
sucks.
Ooh, ribeye. I can get down some ribeye.
Yeah, ribeye steak by far is the best meat.
So I think beef is kind of the answer. Is the best meat, but
Well, Palmer
Again-
said that and then closed the case.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue about meat. It's just I dig me some swine. I dig me some elk. I really like elk.
I'm a
So-
big fan of pork, as you can tell.
But I mean, I mean, ribeye is like the king of ribeye. It's
Stevie's
my
meat is
favorite.
Marty's fave.
Give me the meat.
Wonder where Kyle's at tonight.
I don't know. That weirdo's not around.
Kyle had a rough week, man. They didn't have any damage, but they had a bunch of storms, and his mom broke her foot or something, injured her foot. He's had a rough week.
Paul, we're going to talk about what the best meat. You're going to come in with grilled chicken.
No, dude.
I'm sorry. Grilled chicken is amazing. The best meat, though, it ain't
Well,
grilled.
I don't know, Stevie. I might have to change my answer. But if money's not an issue, it's
not-
crab legs and drawn butter. I'll
Ooh.
take that over a ribeye any day. But to get full, it would cost me $300. There's a place here in town that does all you can eat every now and then for like $50, and it's not a
Yeah.
all you can eat kind of place. So it's actually good,
Right.
expensive seafood. But towards the end of the month, if they realize they've got a surplus of crab legs, they run that, and it is so good.
But
That's why I told y'all I got asked to leave.
not all crab is created equal, though, either. Because you can get like king crab, Dungeness crab versus snow crab versus blue
Yeah.
crabs versus soft shell crab.
Greg.
Gary is right though; it is bug meat. They're just underwater insects.
But I will take crab over lobster any day.
Oh yeah, hands down. That would be Caesar. buddy. All day, no question about it. Especially if it's from Fuego da Chao.
Fuego.
I figured it out, dude. Their Caesar dressing just has a lot more black pepper than most places do. That's what made it so good. So now when I buy it, I have to really add the black pepper.
And they got anchovy in it.
Well, Caesar salad has anchovies in it.
Not, well, their dressing specifically has
Does it?
anchovy, and that's traditional in a Caesar. But most places don't do.
Yeah. See, I've always struggled to make myself eat vegetables, and I still do a little. You know how I eat all this salad? I literally take a little paper bowl, and I pour about 2 tablespoons of Caesar dressing in there, put some black pepper on it. Then I take the whole bag of the spring garden mix, and I just grab it, dip the tip in, and just. I've figured out that it's so time consuming and so difficult to eat is why I don't enjoy it. So I just eat it like potato chips, and I love it that way. If I have to put it on a plate, and yeah, screw all that.
You know what? I love salad, and my 2 boys love salad. And Katie, of course, loves salad. So I'm actually glad that they like it.
Yeah. Another thing about Fuego de Chao too is their lettuce was almost cut like coleslaw.
Yeah.
If it's real big and leafy, and I have to turn the fork sideways to get it in my mouth, I ain't messing with all that.
All right, I'll be right back. Be right back.
Rush TV. I do not do beets either.
Well, I don't think I've ever tried a beet. I don't think I would want to.
That was a punishment vegetable growing up for me. If I got in trouble, I'd have to eat a can of beets, and they were like purple.
Are they sweet?
No.
Because I know they make some sweetener or sugar or something they can get out of beets.
Sugar beets, yes.
Okay, that's different.
The regular purple beets. It has an earthy taste to it, like you're eating dirt. I don't like them. And Brian likes pig, bacon, pork, chops, ham.
Yeah, they're pretty good eating.
And a Caesar salad.
If that's my plan, dude, I want my duck cage, and I want to raise 2 cows. Because my plan is, you raise 2, you can butcher one or butcher them both, sell one of them, sell 1.5 of them, keep a half a cow, sell the other cow and a half, and that will actually pay for another calf and what it costs you to raise those. So it pretty much give you your year's supply of beef for free. Minus a little effort. You got to go out and feed them every now and then. But
Yeah.
that's my plan.
Do you want to stay in Alabama and do that, or go to a different state?
I want to stay here. I just want to get a little further out of town. But, I'm just really unhappy with the food I'm buying, man. There was that whole mystery meat thing that me and Paparano talked about. And just nothing tastes good anymore. And then I'm hearing all these stories of meat glue and just
3D printed meat coming soon.
It's not even necessarily about the healthy side of it. I mean, if I can eat healthy, I'd rather, but it's just nothing tastes good. Like I make a hamburger, and like hamburger meat don't brown anymore. It just turns gray when you cook it. I distinctly remember the first half of my life, hamburger meat would turn brown when it was done. And now it turns gray. What is that? And it don't taste the same.
That's a good question.
The fuck is head cheese? We just covered that, Carco. It's earlobes and brain and eyeballs, and it's just whatever's left over of the head of a pig. Used to, they would make that for the extremely poor. Do you know that lobster, like all seafood at one point in time, was for poor people?
It was. Bacon and lobster was prisoner food.
Yeah. prisoner and slave food.
Yeah.
A lot of slave owners, that's what they fed their. That's crazy to think about.
I'm not behind. I just decided to ask.
Carco is typically
It's sold
sold. You can find it at the grocery store,
It's a
or you
brick.
can here. It's just sold like sliced lunch meat, and it's got like clear gelatin looking little pockets in it. It's nasty, dude.
Let me find a picture for you.
Yeah, they don't even bother like blending it up very well.
No. It looks like chunks.
Yeah, those clear, like jiggly little chunks in there is what grossed me out.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
there it is.
Here you go. You got the whole snout being made in that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, here, see the clear parts.
I will admit I have tasted it, and if you can get over the looks of it, it kind of tastes like spam, or what's that other stuff, that devil's potted meat? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I can get past this texture of the
Yeah, it's
jelly
nasty.
part.
I had to eat about it when I was a kid. I was forced to, and then I gagged and threw it back up, so they never forced me to again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much, Carco. It's the lunch meat version of fruitcake.
There you go. Lunch cake.
Yeah.
Sliced puke. BEDC. Hello.
It kills me seeing all these guys post this thing. I'm sure y'all have seen it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever that says, "No hard-working man wants to come home to a plate of spaghetti."
I do.
Me too. It's like one of my favorite meals. I
Yeah.
love spaghetti.
It's so easy too. Like
Yeah.
you can make a complicated all-day spaghetti, or you can make a 10-minute spaghetti. It's
Yeah,
all gonna be good
and then it's even better the next day.
when all the flavors meld.
Right.
I feel that way with lasagna and calzones. It tastes better the next day.
I learned something about that.
Jeez.
Eating leftovers. I will never again. I went to Hooters one time and got their hottest wings, and they were hot, and I enjoyed them, but I didn't eat them all, so I put them in the refrigerator. And the next day, I warmed them up. I couldn't even eat one. I don't know. I guess I had time. I don't know the science
even
behind
hotter?
it, but it was so freaking hot. I couldn't even keep it in my mouth long enough to chew it.
Ugh.
It was way, way hotter. Spaghetti sandwiches, yep, me too, Gary. But I don't do it traditional. I take one piece of bread, pile the spaghetti on, fold it in half so the spaghetti's bulging out all the way around,
Yeah.
and eat it like Marty does bananas.
That's the best way.
Yeah. Palmer, they used to have their hottest one was actually pretty damn hot, but I don't think they even have it anymore. I think it was 5 Alarm. I don't remember what they called it.
I had some of Papa Rhino's habanero hot sauce on some wings the other day.
I'm gonna pass. I'd like to try it.
It's good. It's good.
I'd like
but,
to have some good hot sauce, but I don't want it too hot. And now hot sauces are getting all fancy, like peach, and I don't know about all that.
Palmer lives in rich white people territory, so the hottest wings where he lives is like garlic pepper.
I looked up Martha's Vineyard on Google Earth the other day, Palmer. I wasn't impressed.
He's disappointed.
It's cool now that I've got all you people's addresses from sending y'all shit. I like to zoom in and look at the roof of your house. I haven't gone as far as to do the street view.
Shane's peeking through your windows virtually.
Yeah. I can tell you Kyle lives in a cul-de-sac, second house on the right.
Craig, you have a world famous meat sauce? Pictures.
I got
Or it never happened.
my bolognese is, for my taste buds, my favorite bolognese.
I still want to try a lasagna. I still
Yeah.
think about
I
that.
know Craig's going to make fun of me, dude, but I just use Prego and ground beef. I know that's white trash Southern, but that's how I make spaghetti, and I love it.
Do you season it at all?
Huh?
Do you season it at all? Or just
the Prego?
just-
No, I like it the way it is.
Oh,
But
See, I like now
Parmesan on it, but
my my favorite prepared jarred sauces. What's it? I'm drawing a total blank now. Paul Newman stockaroonie. That's good stuff.
oh really?
Yeah, and it's cheap.
Well, when I was a kid, we were poor, so we always had the Hunts in a can.
Yeah.
And
And
it tastes like a can, like you can
it
literally
tastes like a tin can.
Oh, I hated it. So when I
But-
became an adult and can make my own decisions, I bought Prego. None of the fancy ones, just Prego traditional with ground beef. I've heard a lot of Italians say it's like a sacrilege to put ground beef in it.
Right.
I think you're supposed to use Italian sausage or something.
I use ground beef too.
Really, it's like a blend of pork. Or it's typically, I think, they would use like ground pork, ground veal, and ground lamb.
You guys ever eat cowboy beans?
Yeah.
I love cowboy beans.
Yeah.
Cowboy beans are cool because just any redneck, you can make them your own. You know what I mean? Like I use a pound of ground beef and a pound of cut up Conica sausage and a jar of smoked jalapenos, and yeah, that's eating, man. That and some loaf bread, and you can get 8 meals out of it for about $12. Well, maybe 15.
You know, I don't eat chicken feet, but when I make my big batches of bone broth, Ed, I add a package of chicken feet to my Instapot.
I've never had a chicken feet. A chicken foot.
Me either.
What
I've
is,
never eaten one.
I mean, is there even any meat on them?
I don't know. It's mainly collagen that you get out of them.
Oh. Well, you can get all the collagen you want from that head cheese. That's what all that clear gelatin-looking stuff is.
Well, you're from the south, isn't it like a big thing to like fry up some chicken feet and eat it?
Not where I'm from. I don't even know. I've never even heard of people eating chicken feet.
I've had pickled
I've
pig
seen a lot of folks suck on some pickled pig feet.
Yeah,
That's pretty
pickled pig feet.
disgusting, but I assume I couldn't bring myself to try it. Maybe delicious for all I know.
I could.
And I don't mean that. I wasn't saying that to be funny. That's what they always call it.
Right.
That we sucking on some pickled pig feet. All right, buddy. Yeah, I remember a time though, Stevie, when you didn't get them. We didn't get a meat at every meal.
No.
We had
I
meat
didn't.
like once a week. There was beans and potatoes one night, and then corn and green beans the next. Pinto beans were a big deal in the South. But you ate pinto beans, but it was a great source of protein and
Lima
fiber.
beans.
We didn't have lima beans that often.
I remember growing up in North Carolina, we had lima beans all the time.
When I was growing up, it was always a meat and 2 vegetables.
No, we didn't have meat every day. Couldn't afford it. And when we did have meat, you know, should buy a $2 whole chicken,
Low.
a whole chicken, and then cook it, and so literally you'd get like a leg and a wing, or you didn't get a whole lot of it. You want to hear a funny and embarrassing story, Stevie? I had a friend when I was in kindergarten. I befriended him because everybody else in school made fun of him because he was bald. But they didn't realize he was bald because he had leukemia. And I didn't really understand what that meant. I knew there was something wrong with him. But I befriended him, and we were really good friends through kindergarten and first grade. And then I found out, that he was not doing well, and that they were giving him bone marrow transplant. all I heard was they were giving him bone marrow. And then he died when I was in first grade. And I was so scared to death of getting cancer and dying that anytime I ate chicken or anything, I would literally sit there and break the bone apart to get the marrow out of the inside because I thought it would keep me from getting cancer. Because I was just a confused kid, you know, I didn't know any better. But it's not so funny now that I say it out loud. Yeah.
No,
But, I mean, to a 1-year-old, it's perfect logic. Or
Yeah.
first grader.
Yeah, I mean, I was 5, 6 years old. I heard bone marrow, and yeah. And I used to play with them as I ate them, pretend it was a dinosaur claw. Like, who hasn't eaten a crab leg and worked the little claw open and shut?
I used to do this with broccoli. That's why I started liking broccoli. Pretend I was a giant eating horse and stuff.
Chicken feed is too low reward for effort. But some people say that about crab legs too.
Speaking of eggs, has anybody seen Eggs and Ham around in a while?
I have not.
Last time I saw him, he was on a Zach stuff
Zach?
live.
That was the most chill live streams that ever existed. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but if you ever need something to help you go to sleep, Ace live streams would do it, dude. They were so mellow, and that dude don't get excited about nothing.
Yeah, David got a girlfriend and disappeared on us.
Well, I think the last I saw was right about the time his wife left. It just floored him. I don't think he had any clue there was even issues.
Well, no, and I mean, not to, he talked about it, so I guess I'm not really spilling his beans, but when your wife leaves you for another woman,
Oh, yeah.
still, and I've shown this a bunch, this is the most literal having eggs and ham with eggs and ham.
Yeah, that is literal.
Those eggs Benedict look good though.
It was called Eggs Benedict where we went.
Oh,
Have you ever had crab cakes, Benedict?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's so good. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
I mean,
And it depends on the quality of the crab cake.
of course.
Crab cake should literally be as little cake as possible, just enough to hold the crab meat together. Yeah. Do you guys have that restaurant, Another Broken Egg? Does that exist out there? They started here in Destin, Florida. And like, two people to go eat breakfast, it's going to be right at $100. You have mimosas, $140. Extremely expensive. But now they started to branch out away from. They scattered all up and down the Gulf Coast, and now there's one in Birmingham. But it's just a real high-end, fancy-ass breakfast restaurant. That's where I had my first Crab's Benedict. I think it was $37.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's the most expensive breakfast place I've ever seen.
breakfast is supposed to be greasy, filling, and cheap.
Yeah, well, dude, you can buy a fruit bowl there, and when it comes out, it's a half a watermelon. Cut off, and it's just piled fruit of the watermelon that came out, and pineapples, and strawberries, and grapes. It's like $35-$40.
That sounds pretty good, though.
It is good. And the mimosas are addictive, but it's not. It's just too much money.
Ooh, Brian. I really dig it.
What is the Goblin XL?
The opposite of the mini goblin?
Are they still gonna? Is Kaiser still gonna make the Paragon in a full size?
No, that was gonna be a White Mountain Knives exclusive, and he was trying to get people to like request it so that he could show that people wanted it, and not enough people requested it. He did do the mini one though.
I made a video on the one Bettina gave me, and I still feel like if I'm going to buy a Kaiser, it's going to be something like that. I like when Kaiser goes way out. You know,
Yeah.
their left field stuff is great.
So Koenig has the mini Goblin, and then Kaiser did a Goblin XL
This is concept.
concept. Oh,
Same thing.
yeah.
Kaiser and Concept, same thing. Legit, same thing.
Are they?
Yes.
Are they?
And I don't mean that sarcastically. It's the same company. It was a marketing ploy to sell more knives.
No, Concept and Kaiser have different feel with their knives and different techniques.
Yeah.
I think these guys are separate.
Okay.
Where's your proof? Let me see it.
I don't have any. But they're the same thing.
I trust you completely.
But here's the thing, though. Where's your proof that they're not?
Yeah. Where's your proof that they're not?
I don't. I just said they have different feelings and different techniques.
They don't. I
Do they?
forget who. Someone brought this up the other day on an Instagram post. Not to get into this,
Here we go.
but here we go.
Yeah.
And the point he made a point that I had started to talk about before, in that the problem with the overseas stuff is you don't see any of their. Every once in a while, like Shieldin will post like a small little video here and there, but you don't get to see like the insides of how they do things, and to show that they're completely.
My favorite thing, Stevie, was when we dropped that video. So
that was
fake as shit.
Yes.
God, it was so fake.
Anyone that bought into that was like, come on.
Yeah.
That was a marketing video if you've ever seen one.
And I'm not even saying that that's a bad thing that they're the same company and they're leading believe they're not. But, I mean, if you're already making knives, you're doing it successfully, and then you can say, hey, we were designers at Kaiser and we've started our own company, and now you've got a whole new line that is also selling knives. That's just how they do business.
Sure.
I'm not bad-mouthing it, but that's just what it is.
You talking about them Pyrotech folks?
I'm talking about Concept and Kaiser.
Oh, Concept.
Yeah. You got to remember, they don't do nothing that the government don't allow them to do.
Right.
Sure, they own that crap. But, yeah. Anyone ultim tedious? I don't know what that means.
It's okay. You shouldn't.
Okay.
Maddie.
Does Matty have one?
No.
Oh. Well, that'll stop that. Do you not like it, Stevie?
No.
Oh. Now I almost want to see it. But I'll be fine if I don't.
No, I don't know the Ultim Tedious, but I hate the Tedious for one reason.
Why?
Have your moment, Patty. I hate it. People call it the poor man's Arius.
That is not an Arius.
Shaken, I beg to differ. I beg to differ, my friend.
I mean,
someone
and that's only $30.
Well, this is titanium. The Ultim is the piss scales.
Okay.
Where's my?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Ultim.
Ethan got a black Ultim bead. Ethan gets all his packages sent to my house right now. It's all good, Brian. And when I met up with him, he opened them, and yeah, he got I forget the maker. Vince is always talking about them, but it's black Ultim. It looks really good.
Is it that company that makes the G10 knives that Vince is always talking about?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'd like to test one of those. I mean, just see if you can actually stab something with it. I mean, I know you can't cut anything, but
Right.
but even if it doesn't penetrate, I still wouldn't want to be hit full force with one in the rib cage. You know what I mean? Even if it didn't penetrate, it'd suck. Yeah.
Brand. I like this Goblin XL. But I noticed
I like that Strider looking handle.
Yeah, it's got a big handle. But the
blade
Goblin,
kind of reminds me of that ugly ass Devo Stout. But
I like how weird it looks.
come on, guys, we can all get on board with that's an ugly ass knife, right?
It
The
is ugly.
Stout is a funky knife.
Yeah.
Oh, the Stout, yeah.
Yeah.
I only look.
But I do admit it does look better in the pony.
But I only got this because it was Kevin's first design. But yeah, it's a decent knife, but the blade is not.
I only have one because Carco gifted it to me, and I like it. I like the way it feels. They designed a good knife.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's a good knife. Just not.
Shane could never own a Devo out of spite.
No, I'd open my packages with a fucking car key first. That's the honest truth.
What did I miss on the Devo controversy then?
It's not. It's Kevin.
Oh, okay.
I tried really hard, but I can't stand that guy.
Oh, wait. Kevin is just the hype man, though. The designer is Colin.
Doesn't. I don't. Guilty by association.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no hard feelings. I just where I messed up was when we had a long conversation. Me asking him to kind of explain himself, you know. Never mind. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's just drop it. Because he is good to the community. You know, all that good stuff. I won't argue that.
You can say whatever you want. We are open on our channel.
No, because every time I talk about Kevin, somebody in the chat runs and tells him.
All right, whoever's in the chat, don't do that.
I'd just rather not.
So, for those,
I know who you are, by the way.
With the bug,
You're in here, and I know who you are. But no hate, man. You do you.
It's not me.
This is another thing I just found.
Yeah.
Proof receipts for. I worked Kevin and Colin over on the buzz. I'm like, you gotta have some forward jumping. You gotta have some forward jumping. So they added it. So I'm taking credit for that. For everybody that loves the Vox jumping on the buzz, you're welcome.
Yeah. Luke 10 T-Rex, I need to get with you soon to actually tell Kyle to reach out to you. Look, he is.
By the way, hold on. Let's just back up a second. It's just Luke 10 Tex. It's not T-Rex.
I was going to let him ride that.
My bad. Luke 10 Tex.
He's not a dinosaur.
Yeah.
No, he's a dinosaur.
But anyway, I need some CAD work done. Hook a brother dinosaur up.
Hook a brother dinosaur up.
If you're interested in doing some CAD for me, Tex, I would be. I might be interested. Not right this minute, but Luke 10. Where did I get that at?
I don't know. You pulled that one out of your ass.
It's kind of like Marshmallow 1, 2, 3. It's been martial law from day one. We all read it wrong. What do you think of that?
I like this one.
Matty, I'm telling you, dude, you put some AWT scales on that.
It's
a
on
whole
the to-do
different
list.
It just feels so much more significant without being heavy.
It's really light right now, but
It's still light with the AWT aluminum, but it just feels so much more solid.
no one has fessed up to sending it, so I'm claiming it. So I'm gonna put some cool scales on it.
It's probably the best knife you own.
I like the way it feels, even with this FRN or whatever this is.
Yeah, I don't mind their FRN. I just got a Rex 45 one myself that Kyle's holding on to me until I get the money for some AWT scales.
Ethan put a nice edge on this for me.
Ethan can sharpen.
Yeah, he really can.
Ethan is really good. Yeah.
Palmer, this came from Blade HQ. No note in the box or nothing.
Yeah, old school knife community stories. How about this thing? You remember this, Stevie?
Yes.
You remember who gave me this? It was very kind of him. And I love him to death for it, but it hurts my feelings because he just won't be my friend. He just refuses to communicate with me.
Who?
And I think he does it on purpose because he knows it pisses me off.
You think so?
Yeah, I think. Or maybe he's just really busy. I don't know.
Kevin?
Jack Slungs.
Jack Slungs.
Yeah.
Jake
No.
gave him that one.
He sure did. He didn't just give this to me. He legit went on, I think it was Blade HQ, paid for it, and had it shipped straight to me.
Jake barely talks to us these days.
Yeah. It's hard to believe just a few years ago I couldn't do that. And I do owe part of that, and I'll admit it, he's never around anymore. And it was embarrassing, but I did spend weeks, even if I was laying in bed and couldn't make myself get up, I would sit there and just squeeze and manipulate JN's
Touchwood?
locks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can use it now, so I don't know.
JN won Vince's Rosie and was never seen again.
Right. Yeah. Carcos, I'm getting some AWT scales eventually, but I'm getting them for the lightweight Mannix that I traded Scott in for. I felt bad too because Scott Inn's package got to Kyle first, and he was talking about how well he packaged it, and they were all in the box and looked like brand new. And I'm like, dude, I sent him 2 knives wrapped in a hank. I don't have any of my boxes. I don't keep up. I should probably start telling people that. I never have the original package. But that's why I threw in the Issue and Stitches hank, to keep them from rattling against each other. If you've ever got a package for me, I have been known to just throw a knife in the box and ship that something. Can't remember who that was I shipped to, and they were like, "Are you kidding?" Oh, it was Hawaii Knife and Gear. I don't ever see him around anymore either.
Nah, Andrew he finally got full-time work out on the island, and he also has his son full-time now.
Oh, okay.
And so he's just life.
Yeah.
We every once in a while, in passing, we'll send each other some music shit.
Yeah. I hadn't heard from him in a long time. We used to talk pretty often.
He's one of the first people I ever did a live stream with, and I just wanted to ask him a million questions. Like, that dude's got a mind. When he would do his lives of just him working on stuff, and how we talk about how I have 3 Hawaii Knife and Gear knives, but he would talk about how when he would redo the shield, he would go find old floppy disks and take the metal off of the floppy disk and repurpose and stack and layer and layer and layer those, and then that's what he would cut out to use as his shields on his proa.
Yeah, we had a long conversation one night about the waste recycling place in Hawaii.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of room to bury stuff, and he's like, you can go there. He's like, I don't know if all landfills are that way. He's like, but there's good shit.
Right.
But the reason it came up was because I did a video call with him and walk him through fixing his air conditioner on his truck.
Yeah.
He was telling me that he got the Freon from the dump. I was like, what do you mean you got it from the dump? He's like, yeah, I went to the dump one day. There was 10 cylinders, R134, full, just sitting there.
Huh.
and they'll just let you take. He's like, they urge you to take what you want.
Right.
I hear they would literally arrest you for taking something from the dump. But they're like, hey, we don't have any room for this shit as it is, you know.
Recycle.
He said those guys will actually, they see something interesting, they'll set it to the side and leave it there for a few days and see if somebody will get it. There's a Kyle right there.
There's Kyle.
What guy is Gary talking about?
I think he's talking about Let's Do It Up.
Yeah, what did happen to him?
I don't know.
Oh, he like broke his hand and then stopped coming.
When Gary asked that, though, I thought, didn't you used to have a friend that was on your live stream at one time that lived kind of close to you? And you were trying to introduce him to pocket knives?
The Nerk.
Me? Yeah.
Who was that again?
His name was Max.
Max.
The Narc.
But what was his chat name?
Any Ev guy?
Huh?
Any Ev guy?
Did you think it was Pigman?
No. I just remember a live stream where y'all were sitting on the couch one night and you were kind of showing him knives. I just couldn't remember who he was.
His name is Max. His channel was the Any Ev guy, the Any and Everything guy.
Okay.
But he and his son both carry knives daily now.
Yeah. Well, good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Pocket Metal's got, is it D2 that lives close to him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
D2's right back. Yeah.
My friend, his son carries a Spyderco I gave him, the Delica 4.
Nice.
Ah. Delica's a good knife.
I liked it.
Probably the only knife we ever needed.
I wanted to give him a good one.
Yeah.
So I liked that. I liked that one.
I'm kind of glad I'm not huge into action. Just because of that, there's so many more knives I can enjoy and not care that they don't drop shut or, you know, like the Delica. I can barely Spotty Fleet one, but I don't care. To me, that's just a cutting tool. As long as it opens and stays open until I want it to shut, that's all I care about.
I do like I got the Lynch
That
Northwest.
thing's so badass.
I got the Lynch Northwest Delica 4 kit, and I got the 20 CV warning.
Yeah.
I love it. Though.
You know, it's universally known about Spyderco's heat treats, but there is some truth to not all their steels are heat treated the best.
Right.
But their 20 CV is probably the best money can buy. You know, their S90V, it's good, but it could be a lot better. I get it, though. They had so much backlash on the 110s breaking.
Yeah.
They backed off a little bit to keep that from happening. But, yeah, you can't go wrong with Spyderco's 20 CV, man. Or their K390, as long as it's out of Japan.
Yeah.
Which
I
makes
think
no
the
sense.
biggest problem with Spyderco is the hole in the blade. A lot of people snap their blades right because of that hole.
Yeah. Yeah, and if the S90V was at 64, 65, they probably would break a lot.
I see pictures on Reddit all the time. Spyderco blades snapped and it's halfway through that hole.
What are they doing that's snapping their blades?
That's what I always wonder.
People,
Because I mean,
All I ever do with a knife is I put the little sharp pointy part up to something and push it through. I can't imagine it ever breaking.
you know,
It's
the
just-
average person uses their knife as screwdrivers, pry bars.
well, see, I think the problem is they're not also taking pictures of the other knives that they're breaking. They're just they get a Spyderco and it breaks, but they've probably broken every knife that they have. If they're using a knife like that,
Yeah.
they're snapping. I mean,
This is good advice, guys. Do not let somebody put your Spyderco K390 on a belt. Well, that person just... But she didn't... that person didn't disappear from the community, but she disappeared from certain ones of us. Didn't
yeah.
they? Fuck it. I can't say it without saying her.
I wonder who you're talking about.
She's still all over Jared and Outdoors 55 and all those guys. Paul Mills, it is done well. It's just a cutter. If you do anything with it other than cutting stuff, it could break. It
Yeah,
is a little bit.
they're utility knives.
Yeah. But then again, I saw Gerald do a video on it because people were talking about how weak it was, dude. And he was hammering it into like aluminum, like big 1.5-inch aluminum fittings and all kind of stuff. And he was like, I mean, it's a knife, guys. What?
Right.
I don't know.
There's Joe. You still driving another hour.
Where's Joe driving from?
He's coming home from vacation.
Oh, that's right. He sent me a picture that he went to Sunday Cafe. I was really proud of that. I'm glad he checked that out. That's where I had the best meal in my entire life.
I remember last year you guys talking about it.
Yeah. I was hoping it was still good. Then you say that, and then you find out that the chef, because that's what I've learned about chefs, dude. A chef will leave a restaurant
And it'll go.
for a nickel an hour or more, dude. They'll pack up and be gone. You rarely ever see one hang around for a long time. We've got one here in town. I don't remember his name, but literally like every successful, good restaurant in this town, when they open, he goes to work there.
Yeah.
He'll be there a year or two. Another place open, he goes to work there. Everywhere he goes, the food's the best money can buy. And then it starts to tail off when he leaves.
You know, one thing I keep forgetting I have to do is I need to knock the edges on this hole down. This is one of the, it's so bad. It's so ridiculously sharp.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable to deploy.
Kyle, we've probably got 2 good chefs in this town, and that's it.
$80 for a salad. Let Shane tell
Don't
me.
forget, Kyle, I know where you live. I looked at your house on Google Earth.
I'll be right back.
$80 for a salad. It wasn't that the salad was the best meal I ever ate. It was the best salad I ever ate.
Right.
And I didn't just eat salad. I still ate a good half pound of meat.
Right.
I just had a couple of large plates of salad to help digest it.
I went to a Brazilian steakhouse while I was in Billings, and it was not very impressive.
Paul Mills, I had that same knife and carried it and used it tons of times. Put a new edge on it, and I gave it to Bob DeMarco. I didn't have any issues with my S110V, but I've never tried anything with a pocket knife either. So,
see, I have, and I was gonna say before when we got sidetracked, I've snapped my fair share of blades, and every time a blade has snapped on me, well, they've been on cheaper knives, and it was a while ago. They snapped right after I go, man, I bet you if I keep going, this thing's gonna break, and then it breaks because I know I'm abusing that knife.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't think twice about prying something with my Format Scout, but you know, that's a different story.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 1/4-inch blade stock,
Right. Yeah. 3 CR should hold up fine to that.
But after I always carry just cheap ass gas station knives for the most part when I was out in the field. Do I have my? I can't find it. I still have it around here somewhere, the one that I carried for the longest time. But after snapping a couple of blades with trying to remove if you're into plumbing at all, you might know cans of flux for when you're soldering. They had pry tops on it. The brand that we got, and so it was always I'd just take out my blade and pry the top off. And after breaking a couple blades doing that, that's when I just got a dedicated tool in my work truck. So I'd stop, again, right tool for the right job.
Right.
Maddie's a dork, dude.
Maddie's what?
He's a fucking dork.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
Oh. Darko, you're right. The 0308 will pry like an effing champion. It's about the same thing as a Format Scout. It amazes me when I meet people how many of them will say, "Man, I just want a knife to do it all." Yeah, but those are guys that typically own one pocket knife at a time. I will say this though, and you guys know I hate promoting Chinese knives, but my buddy Meathead refuses to buy a high-end knife. And I knew he was going to buy Chinese. So this last time he wanted something a little bigger. So I talked him into getting the Miguron Valona. He's had it for like a year now. And that thing has held up like a chin. I mean, dude, you know those steel straps they put around lumber? He don't care, dude. He'll pry that crimp part apart with it. But that Valona has held up really well. And I know 14C is supposed to be really strong, but I didn't think it would hold up to him that well. He's never had a pocket knife this long.
Yeah.
He stuck with CJRB for a while, and he liked their blades okay, but he was like once a week he would call me like, fucking pocket clip broke again. I don't know what he was doing with the pocket clips, but apparently their pocket clips aren't very strong.
Soft stainless steel.
I guess. Homer, I'm not an ambassador, but I'm not full of shit either. If it's a good knife, I'll say it's a good knife. And most of them are, in all honesty.
Miguron makes
Anybody
good
gotten a really bad Chinese knife lately?
No.
I haven't handled a bad Chinese knife in a long time.
Lately, I've been hearing more complaints about American knives than I have Chinese knives.
Well, I think people are going to be more American knives because what they pay for them.
They're held to a higher standard,
Right. Which is fair.
as they should be.
Right.
As they should be.
That's
The
completely
latest-
fair.
The latest one is the new tactile turn. The new one they came out with.
You know, guys, I've tried to promote American Blade Works as much as I possibly can, and every American Blade Works knife I've ever got, I had to send back.
Yeah.
You know, he's not without fault, but
He's just one dude.
I appreciate the fact that, you know, if he can't make you happy, he'll just give you your money back.
Right.
Who else will do that? And that's not to say that if you buy one, every one you buy, you're going to send back.
But no, I mean, look, Tactile has developed the reputation of being that company that is now out. Don't buy their first run of anything.
Yeah.
But I am going to. I was talking to Lefty about flashlights. The only piece of gear I don't have is that's not U.S. made is my flashlight.
Right.
U.S. flashlights. I mean, unless you want to carry, you know.
And then most of those flashlights, Steve, they've got Chinese guts in them. anyway.
Right.
So there's no,
Right.
yeah.
Right. But I'd like
I'll
something
tell you
that's.
We're right now with a Bryonite. Yeah. And I've only got this because they gave it to me.
You know, I mean, unless you want to go get, you know, like a 10-inch mag light, you know, and carry around like you're an operator or a security guard. But Tactile did buy the design from that U.S. light maker, and they are Tactile is going to have like I think it's like $300 milled in the United States flashlight.
Right.
That's halfway decent.
So they make the flashlight body.
Right. Right. Yeah, you can't get electric components like that. Well, some are made, I think, like in the Netherlands too. I think Netherlands is starting to pump out some good electronics.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
Matty, if you're interested in doing reviews on Bryonites and getting some free lights, I can send you the guy's email.
Actually,
just don't tell him I sent you because I did not hold up my end of the bargain and do a YouTube review on it. I just took my free flashlight.
I would. A sneak peek. I kind of told somebody or another chat.
But hey, in all honesty, it's Chinese, but it's a flashlight, man. It holds a charge for a long time. It's bright as shit. Got all the
Look at that, we got
modes.
2 flashlights coming
Huh?
from a company called Nightcore. I'm assuming they
Oh, yeah.
sent it.
Well, Nightcore's a, like Streamlight. They're an American company.
Yeah, they're a U.S.
Their
company.
flashlights are made in. Yeah,
Right.
I've got a Nightcore dual bifuel headlamp, so you can charge it. But
Yeah,
then when
Nightcore
the
is-
charge runs out, it switches over to a AAA battery, and it gets a little dimmer, but it lets you know, hey, you're out of charge, you're down to this. It's a really good headlamp.
Yeah, Nightcore is a good company.
Yeah, if you can get him a Nightcore, that's a pretty good.
They're
gig.
sending me 2. They're sending me a really cool looking slender one, and then
Yeah.
one they haven't released yet.
Well, I've
But I
got
told them sure because I'm about
5
to
from
go
these
camping.
guys.
Is it their pen light that
Not
you're
a
getting?
pen light. I'll show you guys. Not a pen
Because
light.
they're the Nightcore pen light is something that you see a lot of Nightcore in plumbing distribution, like wholesale on their counter. You'll see like a spinning Nightcore display.
Now this is like some. It kind of looks like a futuristic TV remote or something.
The only thing I will say about Nightcore on that headlamp is that the power buttons,
Oh,
the little rubber waterproof covering that comes on them, is garbage. Like literally, you turn it on and off 20, 30 times and it'll tear.
it breaks
Other than
your
that, it's a great headlamp. And yes, it does fit me, Kyle. I want one of those.
Yeah, this is one of them they're sending.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
I've
another
wanted
one-
one of those flat ones for a while. I think I might actually carry that. This is too big for EDC, and it's got this stupid. I don't know what this ring. Can you see it with my shirt in the background? It's like a pointy ring.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you would do with that, unless they want you to hit somebody in the head with it. But the cool thing about this is it's got 2 buttons. So it's got a click on and off switch, and then just a momentary on. Yeah, Nightcore's a good company. I'm proud of you on that one, Matty.
I've had one before. I liked it, but I figured since I'm going camping, and they offered, why not?
Absolutely.
It's a good time to test one.
Yeah. And they're, in all honesty, I've priced them, dude. Nightcore is cheaper than Brine Eye. And this is a straight Amazon company straight from China. So
I mean, I'll get that guy's info too. I'll
Yeah.
try that too.
if
Why
you're
not?
at all into being prepared for anything, even if it's bad weather, that Nightcore biofuel headlamp, I think it's $40. It's worth every penny.
I'll check it out.
They got some hours on it when I had that little plumbing issue, Stevie.
Yeah,
I tell you how I ended that.
you had to pay a guy to come over.
Yeah, I had to pay
finally.
a guy. All that poo for nothing.
99 Sharp Guy, 99 Gary.
Not Gary.
As a,
Sweet dreams, Gary.
I gotta say, I am probably going to be calling it a night here too.
We're at 3 hours, so
We are.
I appreciate you guys let me jump on.
Glad you were able to, dude.
Yeah.
you can always come on.
Yeah. And Kyle, that's not what I said. I said F you, Kyle. I did not say hello, China.
99 Fed word.
God, it is 3:15.
You can always come on, and then I look forward to your Sunday lives too. But you got to tell John he needs to bring back Grooves Day Tuesday.
Dude, everybody's asking. I don't know
I
why
know.
he doesn't. I even told him, now that I'm not monetized, it really doesn't make any sense to be doing it on my channel. We could do it on his. But
Yeah.
probably get more views that way if I had to guess, but I don't know. It'd be all the same to me. At this point, not being monetized, I'll just be honest. I'm not doing reviews anymore. I just want a way to be able to show my product.
Heck yeah.
There's no other motivation. There's no other motivation for it anymore. I did tell y'all I found out exactly what happened, right?
Yeah.
But they weren't actually being commies. I actually did
Yeah,
something
you messed
wrong.
up.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know any better, and there was no harm meant. I was just trying to share my buddy's content, trying to help him out. But don't ever download someone's video and then just straight re-upload it on your channel.
Right.
That is a no-no.
Oh.
And I didn't realize it until I was reading the comments. People were talking to him in my comments. So then it hit me. Yeah,
Right.
This does look like I stole his shit, because they actually think it's him.
I mean, and there's ways you can remix stuff now,
Right.
And
Right. Kyle, no, I never actually did reviews. I think I only did one actual good video in the whole time I was doing them, and that was my making fun of Erica video. All the rest of them kind of sucked.
Oh, that one with your giant screwdriver. That's my favorite.
That's the only good video I ever did.
Oh, is that the Erica one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That
I could even write out a script over here, but I never felt natural doing it. I always felt super awkward. Yeah. I need people to feed off of, whether it's the chat or, coming on with you guys. If I don't have somebody there with me, I just can't be creative.
It makes it easier. I'm trying to pump out more videos, though. I have one already filmed, waiting for tomorrow, I think, about this guy.
About Satu's dick.
I found the video finally. Look at all that.
You guys know I still don't know how to go back and watch a video on YouTube and be able to see the live chat comments.
You just click on the live chat replay.
I don't know where that's at.
Are you on the phone or on the computer?
On the phone.
On the
Oh,
phone.
it's different on the phone.
Oh, okay. Well, I also watch on television, and I watch mostly on television, on my TV, but I don't know how to turn on the live chat. Because Kyle's asking me all the time, tells me all the time, go back and watch it and look at the live chat. Of course, he's offered to show me how, but
Satu's dick was designed by Lynn Thompson. Oh,
So
that
Shane,
was a good night, wasn't it?
what's
Yeah,
up?
when you're on mobile, I'm just using yours.
yeah,
You see how you have that section comments?
yeah.
Swipe on it, and then it'll say live chat replay, and then you click on it.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's all it
Is
is.
that easy?
Pull up your phone. Try it right now.
It's on charge. I can't. But you can't do it on television too, can you?
What are you watching it? I don't know.
You guys are on my TV right now. I've got a smart TV, and I just go to the YouTube app.
Oh, that I don't know.
Okay.
I just know how to do it on a computer. and phone.
I'm too blind to watch them on my phone, but it's good to know how.
All you gotta do is swipe.
The first dome stadium was built from Satu's nut cup. Michael Morgan. Satu knows Victoria's Secret. Scott N. Satu is Victoria's Secret.
There's some funny people in this community, dude.
They've never named a hurricane Satu because it would destroy everything.
Yeah.
Life ponders the meaning of Satu.
Shane, we have something called the Mountain Knife Moor.
Yeah.
And, we have placed various people upon it. All
I
the
remember
funny
when Stevie put me on it. It was one of my proudest moments.
people. Yep. We got
I
Mimo.
think
And then I went through like a year of depression, and I wasn't funny anymore.
I picked Shane, Scott N, Panic, and Nemo.
Ian G deserves to be up there at times too.
Ian G's definitely.
Ian's kind of low key though. Like he don't hit you with them all the time, but when he does, so good.
One of the best.
I'll be honest, my favorite thing in the chat right now is watching Kyle and Palmer
Oh,
hitting
yeah.
each other with your mom jokes, dude.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I get on live streams.
Good night, Craig.
99 Craig. Actually, yeah, I could keep going, but I need to.
I'll
Let's
try
end
that,
it,
Josh. I
boys.
appreciate it. I'll see what I can figure out.
Um,
Palmer said he chooses Palmer, and Palmer. We don't need a fucking law firm.
He just said he loves you, Kyle.
Liver, I guess.
He literally just said he loved you.
Yeah, I just said that. It changes from time to time. I think Nemo is probably the most consistent, though.
It's that Rolodex he's got.
It is. Yeah, he's got his.
And Scott N, though. Scott N's always comes in heavy-handed.
Yeah, I don't always get Scott N's. Maybe they're over my head. But every now and then, Scott will hit me one. I'm like, what is that? What does that mean?
But Loot is live in the lab tomorrow. It's noon for me.
Who is?
Loot? T-Rex.
Oh, Luke 10 T-Rex.
Loot 10 T-Rex.
If he don't change his name to that, he's missing out.
Who else is live? You got SKL tomorrow. Maybe one of these days I'll do a live stream again at some point.
Oh, you're not doing Saturdays anymore, Stevie?
I haven't done a Saturday, and although maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Maybe I'm staying in a hotel tomorrow, so maybe I'll do one tomorrow.
Yeah, you get bored.
You really did get kicked out.
Oh no, I showed myself out.
Do what?
My daughter's having like 4 friends over, and Stacy's sister staying the night, and they're making candles.
That's too much estrogen in one house.
Yeah. I was like, I've paid for everything already at this point. They don't need me. As soon as I pick up, we're having her party catered by Chick-fil-A.
Oh heck yeah!
That's a party.
Nuggets and waffle fries.
Yeah, they're gonna make candles and eat the Lord's chicken.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what my week is anymore. Even if I don't care if Lefty's live, maybe I'll still go live anyway.
No, nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch that dickhead anyway.
But
I mean, you can watch a Devo commercial any day of the week. But a Said Stevie Saturday Live, that's different.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll set up from the hotel. But anywho, folks, we'll see. Appreciate that, Kyle.
Love y'all.
But yeah, folks, I will talk to y'all soon.
All right.
Shane dipped. Alrighty, folks. See you later. Bye.
Have a good weekend.